Hello.
Hello, and welcome along to episode 13 of Deletion. Today's episode is entitled Innovia. Last episode was Rapture. Can anybody tell me about Rapture? What happened?
So
I was passed out a lot. I don't know.
So we, after being told that we were being hunted down, we went and spoke to that archdevil guy, and he was like,
Luvon?
"Yeah." And then we get on the boats. Or do we end the?
that was
we
like
should
the
do
very
all
end of
that.
last
Okay, so
time.
you've done the end of the previous session as well.
Okay,
so
sure.
you are right. So
Okay.
it started off with you guys getting dressed up
Correct.
as hot dogs in Luvon's.
Okay,
Yeah, so you
okay,
gave,
yeah,
it,
yeah.
you gave it a little background. I like that. That was good.
Yeah.
Okay. It was all planned.
Oh,
Yeah, so anyways, he was like, "I'll get you out, but you have to embarrass yourself," because that's like his kink. And so we dressed up like hot dogs, and then went on a hot dog flow, learned a dance routine. Paisley got...
Let me stop you there. Anybody want to earn an D8? Does anyone know the words to the hot dog song?
oh Jesus!
Oh my god, hold on.
I didn't write that down.
No, I know you didn't write
Absolutely
it down.
not.
That's
No.
I listened to the session like either yesterday or early this morning, and I'm trying to remember you said it so many times. Something like, I love...
Yeah, it's
Oh,
good.
you
You're
remember
good.
the
Good.
brand.
I love hot dogs. I love hot dogs.
Especially.
Especially when they are something like the name, the brand. Yeah, the brand of the fucking hot dog float
Yeah.
they were on.
Oh, we'll give you a D4.
was-
It was a valiant effort. Don't ask me. I haven't got a fucking clue. I have no idea what the brand is. I might have recognized if you said it.
I knew it was I love hot dogs. I love hot dogs. Something.
Yeah, it was, and you had to do a little dance to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Anyway, sorry,
Yes.
Josh, continue. As you were.
Paisley got shot out of a ketchup cannon, but not with real ketchup, unfortunately.
Very upsetting.
Yes, and then we hopped off and ditched the costumes in a relatively quiet street. And then people had some drinks that had some weird side effects. I grabbed a hot dog. And then we were hypnotized by a giant TV screen to fantasize about like our dreams and stuff like that. I think Vulgo was the only one that passed that save to be aware of what was happening when it was happening.
So everybody else went in it. You just saw it on the screen.
Oh yeah, I just watched it. Yeah,
That's
like
the
a
difference,
soap. Yeah, and that was cool to see everyone's like deep thoughts about things and what's happening. And then we went back home. And we went to the party and put on masks, mask for mask. And then the rest of the party went around drinking, playing games. Someone was making out with multiple people, but not naming names. We found out that another certain person kissed their brother last year, but we don't talk about that. And I know that Vulgo went to the arcade and then pretended to be the big boss lady and kicks that guy.
Bullied for
Yeah. I just wanted some alone time. But yeah, and then oh god, I have no idea what I did then. And then the party I think grouped back together. I think, and then went into one of the rooms where the guy was like high and passed out.
Yeah, you went to the
And they
space
all
room,
joined him
Ford
on the
was-
floor.
Ford was on the floor, passed out.
we all took drugs together.
Yeah, they sure did.
Hell yeah!
And oh no, maybe it was in this episode. Did we tell Dylan that he could go out and about this episode? Or was that
Yeah.
an old? Yeah. We told him, much to Vulgo's disappointment, that he could leave. To which he was very happy about. And Oh, and we found out that I think. Oh no, that was last episode. That it was the Archfey lady's one day off, but that was last time.
But we found out she goes to Perdition to get laid. That's what.
Oh, that is what we found out. Yes. Yeah, we know
She
she
her name,
gets
She's called Eliana.
all
You were
horned
her.
up.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's
she
what
was-
Ford thinks. I want to
That's what
make
he
that
thinks.
pretty clear.
Correct,
That's
yeah.
what he thinks. It's not necessarily you don't know this.
Okay, we
It's
don't
her
know that she's
one
all
day
on.
off a year.
Okay, yeah, we
Brozzig
don't.
knows it for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She also comes back very languid and relaxed.
Yeah. So she's definitely horned up. Yeah, I think I probably missed out a lot.
Well, I mean, only weird details that weren't all that important.
Goofs.
Like,
Goofs.
yeah, who ate what and who drank what. And
Yeah, I know everyone was drinking lots of different random things because you had to roll a D100 to find out what you got, and someone got a cup of coffee.
They did.
I
Someone
thumped
got a
it out. I thumped it
cucumber.
out.
Someone had a cucumber
Thumped it
smoothie.
Yeah.
That was a moment. But anyway, if you remember from there onwards, you were to attend the Innovia Awards the following day. The Innovia Awards are the awards for excellent and advancement, progress of science and... Nope, it's gone. It's gone. Bear with me a second. I've got it written down. I just thought I could do it without scrolling to it, and then it didn't work. Of course, Jamila sent me a picture of a dinosaur at the same time. Here we go. Innovia Awards for progression in business, science, and technology. Innovia obviously standing for innovation, but also in recognition of the company Innovia. Innovia were a old company. They don't exist anymore. But this is in memory of them who created the first rooftop reduced farm. So what this means is that it was like a farmland, but it had reduce the spell cast on it inside an entire like box area. So you could pick these tiny little, like minuscule fruits and vegetables, and then when you take them out the zone, they were coming out in large, and in real form. So that was one of the first few steps that allowed Anikija to start thriving as it is, and that is why the awards are still called the Innovia Awards. This is the 253rd Innovia Awards.
Whoa.
That'll tell you just how long ago cool tech was coming out.
Wow.
And yeah, you have been instructed to appear as a certain person / group of people. Can anybody tell me A, who those people are, and B, who the specific person Vulgo was asked to look like is?
We will be representatives of the nation of Kinovia.
Oh.
Close. The Kinischiro Republic.
I wrote down
which
the
is-
wrong name.
Well, I think you've written down Innovia and Kinischiro Republic.
I got the
simultaneously.
two together. Yes.
Yes, exactly. You're taking Brozzig notes. So the Kinischiro Republic is to the south. And what might be even more confusing is you're from Kamishaya in the Kinischiro Republic. The Kinischiro Republic is a fairly elegant and beautiful land, mostly kept by elves, where a lot of different things are farmed, herbs, etc. Are all grown down there. If you remember in the pre-campaign, you were guarding a vehicle that was coming up for Martin Sovard Pharmaceuticals from Kinischiro Republic.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of stuff comes up from there that's very important. Anyway, you were asked to represent them because most of them dress in a fairly similar manner, and are fairly unassuming, and are also not particularly important to the politics or workings of Anikija. I believe that Josh, you were asked very specifically to dress as... Oh, don't have it down. Does anyone have it down? Otherwise, I'm going to have to dig deep in my notes.
You're gonna have to dig deep.
Hold on. No, not him.
I didn't write the name.
My notes say Vulgo will be disguised as some guy.
I mean, if anyone was going to write it down, it was going to be him, right? Okay, bear with me a second.
It's not Daniel.
No.
No, that's too much of a normal name to change.
No, we have a Daniel, but Daniel's a member of the government.
Yeah, he's a
That's
government.
Daniel, right?
Yeah, you named about 20 people at the end of that session.
Oh, no.
The
that's not
person that you will need to impersonate called Soras. Soras
Do I know what he
is,
looks like?
Yes, he is.
Okay. You're not coming through, James.
I think he,
I might not have an actual picture of him for you.
Vikeza had you like try on his face.
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so he's Asian-looking man, as most people in the Kinischiro Republic are, with a fairly non-distinct face. And what's easiest about it is that they tend to wear these sort of grey suits, very sort of silver grey suits and sunglasses. It's a fairly similar look. So everybody else wearing those grey suits or skirt suits in Paisley's sense would look very similar in this sort of plain dress. If you remember, you got your suits given to you. They give you +1 armor class, or +2 armor class. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
+2.
And they come in 4 different color schemes, which you chose at the time, which were grey, white, grey, black, black, grey, and white, grey. I think were the 4 options.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, very nice and
Sure.
adventurous, full of color. But the tailor did tell you could return and have them changed color afterwards if you want to keep them and look nice.
Well, I hope we don't bump into anyone who actually knows this guy, because I don't know what he sounds like, so I can't take his voice.
You were told that it wouldn't
You
matter.
sound like you're from Kinischiro Republic. It's,
No, you were told it wouldn't matter at all. Nobody would know him well enough to know what he would sound like or even how he would act.
Okay.
Only that he is a representative of a particular farm down on Kamishire.
Okay, cool.
He has been invited
still
because
think-
he's a nominee.
I still think you should try to sound like someone from Kinischiro.
What did they sound like, Oleg?
You know, like
Well, did you tell me, please?
Kinishirans.
Yeah.
Like?
We've all heard them before.
Yeah,
Yes, come
like?
Yeah.
Like
Bros,
this.
This
help
is
me
your
out.
moment. This is your moment, Rico. You can choose the accent of the Kinischiro Republic. I
cannot for fear of repercussions.
Yes, so I also have the same problem. If we were not live,
Well, I am Asian.
Yeah,
fuck
well,
you
you can get away with it. But
I can
yes,
sound Filipino.
it would definitely sound like a sort of Vietnamese or Filipino or somewhere sort of Southeast Asian accent. Don't try that. Let's just.
I wasn't going to.
Have you ever watched the television show Shogun?
No.
Right. Kind of like that.
Perhaps. But either way, you can definitely just talk as yourself and nobody will notice.
Cool.
The reason you have an invite is because you are nominated for an award, but Vikeza has informed you you won't win it.
Aww. But what if you do?
What
Get
the
your
hell?
speech ready, Vulgo.
You better be glad that you're not going to win it. It would give away your lack of knowledge about the entire procedure.
No,
Very,
no, I
very
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, because I would just do what celebrities do. I would thank my family, my friends, and my God,
Sure.
and then get off the stage.
Yeah, let's see a different acceptance speech, and then you'll be very glad you didn't win.
I
Your
doubt
new mission
it.
is to rig the envelope to put
Yeah.
Vulgo
Soros'
in.
name on it. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put Vulgo's name in it.
No. Yeah. No. But yeah, I want to win. Did Vikeza say what kind of information he wanted, or just know what people
So
are doing?
I have written down that there is a potential shadow organization forming. Is that correct? Or my notes just crazy from that thing.
That may have been
You're just
your
writing
own-
what you
your
want to
own-
write.
Your own crazy
We want
thought.
to listen to who talks to who, and there's some sort of shadow organization
actually
forming that he
pasted
wants to know
this.
about.
To
that
you
sounds-
guys before. So if you want to utilize that, it's in Roll20 chat. I did paste that to you before.
Okay, who
it is
seems
my
friendly with
notes on the
who?
quest.
Perfect. There you go.
Who's
He
talking to
feels
each
that
other?
alliances are being made in the background.
Yeah, shadow organization.
Pat is right on. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, yeah, we just need to find out who's chummy with each other.
And who is not.
Yes.
People who
Okay.
seem to be enemies might not be, etc. So that's the information you're given. At the start of the... No, maybe not. Oh, yeah, she's here. Okay, no mind. You stop for a moment there. And then...
We were also told about Archibald the Wizard, a potential contact.
Yeah, I'll get there in 1 second, because
Okay.
we're going to talk about who's at your table and why, because you will have that information in advance. But at the start of the day, while you guys are getting ready for your mission, Paisley, do you have any tattoo artisanal plans?
Oh, yeah, totally. Well, I think Pass Without Trace would be fun for one of us, regardless.
Yeah, do you think, can we use that to, like, help blend in? Like, it's not really a stealth check, but we use it to help blend
Yeah,
into
100%.
the crowd.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the image of nonchalant, I guess. Where nobody
Right.
should aid that. Yeah. So who are you giving that?
I'll give that to me.
Great. And then one other buff for someone else. It's 2 a day.
What are you
right?
guys
So they must be
thinking?
different.
We can put some fun cantrips, or are we planning to personally interrogate anyone, or just
No.
eavesdrop?
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Yeah,
Please
zone
don't
of
put the
zone of truth sounds
Dude.
dangerous.
Dude,
How
It's
long-
not
how-
zone of truth.
How long is this event?
It starts at 7 p.m. You expect it to run between 5 and 7 hours.
Okay,
Whoa.
so give me passes out. Give us matching.
pass
Give
without
Brozzig matching
Aw,
tattoos.
okay,
Can I do that?
that's cute.
Aww.
Let's see.
So
Single
what is this?
person can wear a single tattoo. Yeah, I think we can do the same one.
Or does anyone have an abysmal charisma save? Maybe advantage on
God.
saving throws?
I already get that
Oh. From the eye?
from the eyeball.
Wow.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I think
two
blending
matching
in-
pass without traces.
Yeah.
All right, what are
It's
these? What
two
do these
of
look
the.
like?
It's that shadow man from Spirited Away. We have matching pictures of that guy. You know him? No face.
Oh, he's like the best character ever.
That's a great reference. Cool. Okay, so with your 2
We
pass
have-
without traces,
Right.
paired,
Is this what
just-
having magic feels like? This is wonderful. Thank you.
Just a reminder, the mask of many faces would have been conferred onto you, Mr. Vulgo. Yes.
Oh yeah. I have a question about the tattoo.
Uh-huh.
Is it no face like when he's normal, or is it no face when he's like eating people?
No, it's the cute one. I don't like the scary
Okay.
one. It's too scary.
When he just has like a tuft of hair.
It's
Does
way
it
too
hurt?
scary. Good question. I mean, not
Not
me.
at
Oh, great.
It's got a slightly numbing sense to the ink as it gets tattooed upon you. It feels a bit
Oh.
odd, like a little pins and needly for the first
And
couple of moments, then you get used to it.
Paisley and Brozzig have ink, like mundane tattoos.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I have
Yeah.
gang. Brozzig has gang tats, like for sure.
Paisley has regular tattoos.
You decided on a regular tattoo, like in the middle of a session the other day. Can you remember what it was? A
Butterfly, I
butterfly or a bird or?
I have no idea.
I think it was
It
about
will come to me.
You were like, yeah, Paisley has a tattoo on the back of her leg. It's blah blah blah, and then you're like, that's now canon. You said.
Okay, I'll have to check the tapes.
I remember everything other than
To
the one
remember
piece of
her
information
tattoos.
as to what it was. But I think you did say it was on the back of your leg. But
That sounds cute.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, so tatted up. You guys are suiting up about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You will be traveling for the purpose of this adventure.
Is
And-
Kronk's driving us?
No.
I was gonna say because Vikeza sent us transport.
There's the butler here.
You will be taking a portal
Whoa.
to Lextor, where the event takes place. So it takes place in the Teardrop Arena, which is on the west side of Lextor. When you arrive at the portal, the butler will meet you and escort you to the door, but not inside.
What up, butler? Not allowed
not yet.
inside.
But yes. So we're suiting and booting. Is anybody doing anything else to prep to leave the collusion base to go to the portal? I will say that Eliana will probably arrange a helix transport to take you to, or perhaps not something so fancy, just a regular transport. She'll get you an Uber to.
Does
take
she know
you
where we're
to the
going?
portal.
And does she
so
care where we're going?
She hasn't asked, but if you say that you need transport to the portal, to the Mystics portal, she will give that at least.
Will she upgrade us to an Uber Deluxe?
We did give her that coffee.
Give me a persuasion.
Oh. That is a 21.
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
Yay!
Yay.
Free bottles of water for everyone.
Do people come like strapped to this? Like, should I store all of my hidden weapons before we go to this
Are
event?
we going to need a bag of holding?
So
Wow.
officially,
That Oleg has been
you
working
cannot
on after
bring
visiting.
any arms into the arena. However, arms means guns.
Great.
Wow.
So, if you're gonna bring something, make sure you can seal it. But you're more likely to get away with something like a shock baton than you are a knife.
I got some brass
won't
knuckles.
Get chopper in.
I got
What
brass
about-
knuckles. I'm gonna bring those.
What about the Oleg's power glove?
Wow.
Yes, 100%.
Is it like
It just looks like a hand to everybody else. Like there's so many different cybernetic, etc.
okay?
Just a reminder that anybody who is there who isn't armed is probably still very, very dangerous. So yeah, don't start any fights.
All right.
If you say so.
Cool. So sitting at your table, you know that there will be two people of note. One of them is Archibald. Archibald is a member
this
of
guy.
is an ally of Vikeza's. He tells you he's actually a member of the Preachers for Peace, who are an organization who Vikeza is part of. They're not an anti-government, so to speak, but they do believe in democracy. And they're trying to move things gently towards there. They're not like the Collusion, they're not rebels. They're a group of very well-read intellectuals who are seeking a better form of government for the future of Anastasia. Archibald is one of those. You have been told he's a very eccentric character, but Vikeza is fairly sure that's a facade.
Wow. Is he dressed like this to go to the party?
Yes, that's all he ever wears. He does have them in different colors, but that is all he ever wears.
Fantastic.
You will also be at the table with two other gentlemen who you are told the names of. One of them is Miko, who is a halfling.
Wow, how cute.
All you know about him. And one of them goes by the name Roland. Should I give you that full information? I will give you that full information. Roland has made headway as a private investigator in the past. And he's known as Detective Inspector Roland.
This guy's mustache.
But he is not an actual policeman or anything like that. He is invited to the awards because he is nominated for one, though you don't know what. You might note that you've been sat at a table with 3 different members of the Preachers of Peace, to whom Vikeza also belongs. So it might look like you fall into that fact. And the main thing with that is that nobody really cares about them, so you'll be alright.
Oh, good.
Okay. Is anybody doing anything else in preparation before leaving the building?
Yeah, so Oleg is going to bust out his bag of holding that he's been working on.
Ooh.
Visiting Cretchet. Was it Cretchet who had it or someone else?
Cretchet had a bag of holding and you said, I can
Cretchet
make one
had
of
a
these,
holding.
it's much better.
Yeah. But so he's made his to like resemble like a briefcase though. Like
Okay.
a nice like aluminum briefcase. That he
Oh,
will carry.
like a metal briefcase. I like that.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, let me give you something to put in there. And, I give him the dust of sneezing and choking, and I just say, in case we need to make distraction.
I was so sure you were about to give him a battle axe and you gave him some
Anything,
dust.
I
Anything you-
know, me too.
anything you guys need to put. Anything you need to put.
Wow.
Okay.
Full of
Brozzig.
I am full. Brozzig is full of surprises.
Nice prank.
I will hold. I will hold for you.
I wish I had some dust to put in there. No, I think we're good.
Okay. So you can head out to the Mystics portal. And you find a large queue of people waiting there.
Oh boy.
And there are lots of different gates. But with your party invitation, you note a little sign out to the right that's flashing up that says anyone visiting the Innovia Awards should head immediately to gate 6, where your transport will be facilitated. And when you start to head over towards gate 6, you see lots of very elegant and rich-looking people basically brushing the peasantry aside with their Innovia Award invitations to head through. You note that even though it's just a gate for a portal and you'll only be waiting there for about 10 minutes, There are 2 or 3 people going around serving little tiny, and when I say tiny, I mean like literally they're like an inch tall, cups of espresso. There are these ridiculously tiny, fancy prawn and pastry, call them hors d'oeuvres, being taken around on this giant tray just covered with these little tiny hors d'oeuvres. It's ridiculous.
I will be helping myself.
You may, completely, as long as they lower the tray.
It's fine. I have a mage hand.
Oh, love that, love that.
Please.
As he's walking past, so he lowers it down for you, and your mage hand is just sneaking around the other side and scooping up
Yeah,
handfuls.
exactly.
Love that. And eventually you just hear Gate 6, Innovia Awards approaching. Gate 6, Innovia Awards approaching. Please ready yourself for the gate. And the gate sort of opens up, and the bridge, as you sort of might remember, forms out towards your gate. It's a bit creepy because the bridge is slightly see-through. It's translucent. It's like frosted glass. And when you look down, you are sort of 48 stories high on this beautiful tower building. So it's a little intimidating when you first take a look at it. But you're able to walk across and towards the portal. This will be your first time, any of you, traveling through a Mystics portal. But they're not that dissimilar to elevators, so you should be alright.
It's a little creepy.
I've never done this before. I've seen these things.
I do not like heights. Thor
When-
belong in
you
the
guys-
underground.
When you guys are having this conversation, we'll just... really? And sort of looks at you downwards, like right down her nose. She has a drow. She just sort of completely sneers at you.
Not
We don't have such technologies in the Kinischiro Republic.
Right. You mean you're primitive?
No, just not lazy.
Got her ass.
See. Most of my contacts in the Kinischiro Republic travel regularly by portal.
New age. New age.
Yes, keep up.
They eschew the
You'll fall behind.
traditions of our homeland.
She sort of looks you over and looks down. Have a nice evening. Perhaps you'll find it enlightening. Then she sort of just steps into the portal and disappears.
Yeesh.
Uh,
That's her
Sorry, hold on
problem.
a second.
Brozzig, I want to say something
I
in
will give
our.
this to you, but you don't know her name yet. This is what she looks like. She's wearing this, and she really is wearing like a metal breastplate and shoulder plates. She looks very sort of like
It looks like
metallized.
security almost.
Give me an insight check with advantage, Mr. Oleg.
Wow.
Guidance.
Volgo thinks that you're thinking something. Just reaches out.
Is it a D4?
And now I
is.
tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, hey, look over there.
I'll
Volgo,
blow
stop
one of
pointing
my
at the
D4s
drow.
as
What are
well.
you doing?
Oh no.
But I
talk
just,
about
I
this.
just, I point with my fist.
If you believe very strongly in something, stand up and fight for it after you've leveled up.
Wow.
Yeah. What did you get overall?
Let's see. The grand total
Hey.
is a 16, actually.
Respectable.
Nice.
Respectable
16.
16.
Yeah. Those are cybernetically fused to her. Those metal plates.
Ouch.
Yeah, she probably had an accident at some point or some kind of dangerous injury. And being a drow, that might be quite a long time ago. And so she had these as a way of keeping her alive.
Right.
Since has made a fashion out of them.
Cool.
They are literally her body parts, those metal plates.
Interesting. Very interesting. To Oleg.
Cool. You step through the portal, and awaiting for you, sort of waving enthusiastically, wearing a dark black suit, is our friend the butler. There he is. So he's still wearing his trademark suit and bow tie, but has still got just a completely metal face. And as you go over to get in the car, he's got this beautiful, very long white vehicle with this sort of huge front, a bit like a Bentley, if you will. A huge bonnet, and there's sort of it looks like a very slow vehicle. Lextor is a little bit more spaced out and a bit more luxurious than Tethris is. Tethris has a lot more people, is a lot more central hub of everything. Lextor is more just for people who have money. And because of that reason, the boulevards are a little wider, the cars are all a little slower. You see Helix transports up above, but they're a lot more like sort of lazily drifting about as opposed to in, sort of tight lines going around in specific angles. And it won't be long when you enter into the vehicle and he sort of greets you. Hello, how are you doing? Are you excited?
Yes, Butler.
No.
Good.
Oh,
Ecstatic.
Oh, you're not
But
excited?
Butler, this is a sick ride you have here. Is this yours? You boost this?
No, not at all. This is commandeered from a friend of a
commandeered.
friend, Vikeza.
Fell off the back of a truck, did it?
No, nothing of that sort. Let's just say somebody owes Vikeza a favor, and this is we're paying it off. You need to look
Got it.
like you are moneyed. Speaking of which,
That's right.
everything at the award ceremony should be free, but should you need to pay for any meals or drinks or anything else, you are instructed to use one of these, and he hands you over a little gold bracelet that goes over the top of your
Yup.
bracelet, which will pay for anything you need on Vikeza's funds.
Attachments.
I am
Wow.
instructed to retrieve it from you at the end of the award ceremony, even if that is from your dead body, so please don't try and keep hold of it. I would hate to have to kill you.
Would never
I think we have
dream
an
of it.
excellent bond.
It's a good joke, Butler. I like that.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, jokes. Ha ha ha.
Very funny.
Hey, do we have I know Vulgo has Soros as his sort of person he's impersonating. Are we just +1? So do we have fake identities
You
too?
look
What's
like
his deal?
members of the Kinischiro Republic. You're doing fine. We'll have invites.
Okay, but
yes,
we
you're a
are
member
our
of his
names.
entourage.
Are our
you-
names on the
you
are our
can
names
call-
on the invite? So
No.
okay, we
Yeah,
can.
you
Okay.
can call yourselves whatever you want, apart from Oleg, Paisley, and Brozzig.
I'm gonna think of a fake name.
I meant to call you
That-
Ivan
that's
there
yeah,
for a second.
exactly.
Fake name.
I will be Vulgo. Yes.
You can all
No.
take fake names. We just take each other's and swap them round.
No.
I'm also Vulgo.
No.
Very common name in Kinischiro Republic.
No.
Orcs are rife down there. They're not at all.
Okay.
Well,
And as he drives you around, he will point out to you the arena.
Wow.
Yeah. So this arena is shaped like a teardrop. It used to be just a very basic go on. Go on. I can hear you itching to say something. Say it. Speak it.
Is this the place that we went to in the pre-campaign?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It used to be a regular conference center used for sort of slightly off-key awards, etc. And I was going to point out that Martin Sobord once gave a large speech there that got a little bit of renown and popularity. Ever since, the lovely views out over the large river have been tempting reason to use this as a center for other events, especially award ceremonies or other events that require multiple different stages of event. So you've got a dining stage and an award stage, and perhaps even a party stage afterwards. The number of floors and the descending and ascending stage allow this to be a very modular event center.
damn.
As you pull up outside, you see getting out of a beautiful, sleek black car with the door that comes up to the side, the same drow.
Ugh,
Oh no.
how
Over to you.
embarrassing.
Shakes her head and says nothing.
I will nod at her, give her a wink maybe.
She sort of nods at you. She's accepted that you exist. That's as far as it goes.
Hey.
And at the door, they are scanning people. Greeting everybody. And you will note that the two people at the door are Saipen, Warforge, As they greet you at the door, they sort of nod at you. Welcome. Your bags, please.
I didn't think I
No
was
bags
carrying a
here.
bag. Yeah.
If I may, I would like to hold on to mine, the contents of which are very precious to me.
Your bag, please.
Just got some dust
Okay.
inside.
He just wants to inspect it. He's going to give it back.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'll hand it over.
He opens it up, looks inside, picks up the dust and puts it inside.
That's it?
Oleg, is there anything else in this bag? Please tell me there's
No, I
something
haven't.
else in there.
I haven't really had any time to put. We'll
I
say
think might have moved some potions there.
potion of water breathing, maybe a potion of healing,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
a single diamond
Yeah.
worth 50,000 or 5,000.
You know, the essentials.
He nods and... Right.
That's right.
You never know what's going to happen, my friend. You must always be prepared. Yeah, you are a siphon. You know this.
The robot says nothing, hands you your bag back, and is literally just holding it out like, will you please shut up and take this? As you take it, you just hear as he walks away.
As I take it, I'll just be like, Namaste.
As you walk away, you see them sort of swivel to the next person, and then one of the Warforged sort of walks off, and another Warforged will come a little while after you and sort of intercept you. Excuse me.
Is there a problem?
The scanner couldn't read you. Would you mind coming with me to the side security room?
Very well.
Well, hold on. This is his name again?
Soros.
Soros, representative Kinischiro Republic.
I don't see how that's relevant. Will you follow me, please?
Well, your sensors must be broken. Have
That is quite possible.
someone come.
Though they are working
Have
for
someone
everyone
come
else.
in.
Please
Have
follow me
someone
to
come
the
in and
security
inspect
room.
them.
It's fine, Oleg. It's fine. Lead the way.
I shall. And he takes you to the side and into a security room, where you are met by a Leonin wearing a very important-looking long jacket with a little security pass on his head. I think I have a picture of him somewhere. But in the meantime, he sort of looks over at you and right, you the scanners couldn't read you.
Well,
Well, what information do you need?
Can I see your invites, please?
Very well. I will hand him my invite.
Sort of looks it over. And nods. Excellent.
that's right.
Appreciate it. And he sort of nods
And
again and
Is that all sorted now?
hey,
You?
let me call my boss.
Wow.
Is
That's
that
right.
really
you
necessary?
You should call your boss. This man is up for a very important award tonight. This is racial profiling. It will
That's
not
right.
stand.
This is discrimination.
Call your boss. Bring him down.
Please, everyone, please calm down. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. I'm sure they don't deliberately intend to keep us
Mr.
from
Soros,
entering.
Mr. Soros, please, let us handle this.
After
This is
a moment-
bullshit.
After a moment, a Minotaur comes in, and
Let's
it's him
cause a
that I have the
scene.
picture of. He's the boss.
Oh, he's cute.
The Minotaur comes in. You did meet him in the pre-campaign. He was
Yeah, I
the head of
think we
security
did.
back then. And he's done very well with the rise of everything else here. He no longer looks like a police officer, but he's a police officer. in a
He's got a promotion.
Yes, and as he sort of looks you over and I don't understand the problem. Sir, the
Me
scanners
neither.
couldn't
Do I.
read them. Well, that's okay. They're entitled to choose their own implants. They don't have to have the ones that the scanners pick up. I'm sure that
Mhm.
their lack of any technological enhancement will not cause problems, so to speak. I must ask you, do any of you command magical abilities?
No way.
It is no problem if you do. I must just ask.
I do. Some minor magic here and there.
He looks at Brozzig and yourself.
Do I look like I can control magic?
If I could tell by looking at you, I wouldn't be asking you a question. Do you command magic?
No.
Excellent. And you? And looks at Oleg.
Not I.
Deception check.
Whoa.
Whilst most of your abilities are technically some form of technology, definitely at least the casting of Mage Hand is magic.
True. Then I will blow my D6 inspiration.
Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking you're better.
Ow.
How apt.
Oh, let's go. 17.
Nice.
Oh, pretty good.
Nice.
Okay. He sort of nods. Very well. Just you then, sir. And he hands you a little tiny metal badge. It's like a little square shield. And he just says, if you wouldn't mind, Mr. Soros, was it? Attach this here to your lapel.
What is it?
Should you attempt any offensive castings, it will create a bubble around you that will refract them, preventing them from dealing any damage. Security measure. We normally limit people's magic by their implants, but we can't access yours, so...
Very well. And I will, whilst keeping dead eye contact with this guy, will pin it to my
He will pin
to my
it
outfit.
That's okay.
Oh, very well. Just please don't cop a feel.
As he pins it to your lapel, you just feel a needle
Ow.
go from the badge directly into your chest.
Hmm.
And it makes touch with your skin, and that is how it connects. And then after that, the lapel sort of the needle retracts, and he just sort of nods and thank you very much, and takes the badge back from you.
Oh.
Hmm.
How long does this last exactly?
Oh, it'll be turned off automatically on the way out of the arena.
Very well. I would have appreciated a bit more knowledge of how this worked, but
Indeed.
it's happened now.
Yes. Well, I apologize for any inconvenience this might have caused. Please find yourself a complimentary glass of champagne at the front door. Head on through. He points on through.
Now we're talking.
Kinischiro will remember this slight, and Brozzig goes and looks at his name tag, Mr. Poe.
Now.
He
Oh,
Let's
sort of
enjoy the
smiles at you
complimentary
and,
champagne.
yes, the entire Republic will be furious.
Yes. It's giving Winter Came for House Frey vibes.
As you head into the open atrium, there is a sort of greeting area. It's here where everybody is getting a glass of champagne and generally mixing it with the others. And bear with me a second. There we go. As you enter in, on a sort of raised dais, a little high above, is a man playing a piano, a large ivory piano. That seems to be the sort of focus of all the ambience. There's nothing else going on. But you do see people maneuvering about into groups. Whether that's just who they're interested in talking to, or whether that's, you will see some people holding trays of hors d'oeuvres or drinks. So people might be gravitating towards certain different things.
Shall we split up and rendezvous later?
I
you
think
would
someone
okay.
should go with you at least. Be your shadow security.
Very well. Any takers?
I'll go
Oleg
with
will
Vulgo.
look at the Brozzig and Paisley.
I'll go with Vulgo.
Come on,
Good,
Del.
good idea.
I am already drinking a complimentary glass of champagne, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be holding the glass, but I'm not drinking it.
Okay. You see a lot of people doing that.
Is
Yeah.
Brozzig
Wow.
drinking?
Brozzig has he's double fisting. He has one in each hand currently.
It's complimentary. The butler did not come with us, right?
No. He popped up outside.
No.
Told you he'd meet you at the end.
He can't control what we spend the money on.
They're complimentary. You don't have to pay for them.
No, I just mean later.
Yeah, I'm looking around for the proper ball.
Now, did we all get those gold bracelets or just Vulgo?
There was one given out, and I believe it was given to
Okay.
Paisley, actually.
Ah, I'm so glad you're with me.
Well, when you look
Just
over to the to look for a bar, you don't find one. You find that there is a long table with these very tall, sort of fluted glasses with a strange green and blue mixture swirling down inside them. You see large tumblers full of what appears to be some sort of orange drink. There is another table with a water jug, many little glasses which you can fill up with regular water. And then there's one more table which has these sort of wide, sort of coupe glasses, if you know what they are. It's sort of like a cocktail glass, but instead of being like this, but they're very
Martini
round.
glass.
Yes, they're very rounded instead, and they're very wide. And when you look at those, you will see that the liquid is sort of falling down the side of the glass into the middle like a waterfall, and then working its way down and back down. So it's constantly moving within the glass.
Cool.
Cool
And
drinks.
anybody who is looking around may to see who's drinking what or anything like that, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I am scanning for
Sure.
any of
Can
those
I-
guys.
Can I scan for like any service people that are like the staff?
Yeah, so there's one.
Brozzig is a
you
man of
can't
the
miss
people.
them. There is one person moving around holding a big tray of champagne glasses, and there are 3 or 4 different people moving around with hors d'oeuvre trays.
And they are
those sort of-
people, not
they are-
robots.
They are people. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
That's right. Oops, what did I do? I got a 14.
Okay. You note that many of the females have got those waterfall cocktails.
Wow, that's
Most
what I
of the
wanted.
males are either drinking the champagne or are drinking from those tumblers of what looks like orange juice.
Interesting. This is a girly lady drink, Vulgo, and I get a waterfall drink.
Who should we talk to first?
Oh yeah,
I whisper
Sorry.
to her.
I should have been looking for the people we're supposed to find.
Well, no, I mean, at the moment, you just sort of acclimatize, you're getting some drinks. And you notice that there is a large crowd of people. All of you would notice that there is a large crowd of people surrounding someone. You can't make out quite who they are right now. But they're sort of on the lower floor of the lobby, in between the trees, and lots of different people are surrounding and apparently listening to someone who's talking quite loudly and a little aggressively almost. Saying,
Well, we should go check that out.
Someone's giving a speech.
Yeah. TED Talk.
Yeah, a little bit. You guys, all 4 of you heading over there, or just Paisley and Vulgo?
I think just those two, and we'll get up to Rome.
Yeah,
stuff
I think
after
I
they're
think
done.
that Brozzig and Oleg were a little too distracted by the free drinks, and we're probably a couple back.
Yeah. As you sort of move around, rotating through the different drinks, the waterfall cocktail is a very sweet passion fruit-based drink. The orange drink is like a spiced rum with a little tiny bit of something that tastes a little mangoish. There is also the blue and green swirly drink, which is clearly non-alcoholic. As soon as you take a mouthful of it, it is also fizzy. And then there's water, as well as the champagne. As the 2 of you approach this large sort of gathering at the center of the trees, you can see a man here, known as the Cyberman. You would recognize this immediately to be David Sorbin. David Sorbin is the owner and CEO of Uplink. Well, of course, it is likely that Uplink will be taking a few of the awards this year, but nothing like the clean sweep we got last year. We've got some things in the works the next few years, as opposed to any big projects releasing this year. Besides, I would be expecting that Fantasy Life would be taking most of the relevant awards. He's speaking quite loudly about his views.
Fantasy Life
Hoping
gets
this is gonna
awards.
There we go. Well, specifically, I think the company's called Go Live. Let me just double check that.
I think it's Uplink. He's the
No,
CEO.
no. He's the CEO of Uplink. Go Live are the company that make Fantasy Life.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
So it's
Uplink makes the biggest producer of implants, correct?
I
Yes,
see. I
100%.
see.
Well, not necessarily implants in general, but what makes Uplink so huge is that they created the AUD
The base
base
for
3,
the
exactly.
Yep.
All belong to Uplink. So if anybody who has an implant from Uplink.
He's
That's
Richie
what makes him so
Rich.
huge. Yes, he is also one of the youngest people to get this rich. Uplink didn't come in all that long ago. By all that long ago, I mean like about 150 years. And in that time, they've grown from a small startup company to the biggest distributor of any implants anywhere in the world.
And I have a note that they sourced microplastics from Focus Tech.
They did.
That's what
They
we
did
were
for a
told.
while. Yes.
We were told by Ripley.
Okay.
And he's sort of looking around and talking to different people, and one gentleman sort of says, "Well, you won't know who's going to win the awards, will you? It's not like you've got any inside knowledge." And as he says this, you can see him looking really aggressive when he says the phrase "inside knowledge." And this is the man speaking. Surely you wouldn't be possessing inside knowledge, would you, Mr. Sorben? That couldn't possibly be something you would do. Sort of really aggressively, basically slandering him.
That's a lot of attitude for a guy in a silk suit.
Yeah, I want to see how this plays out.
And Mr. Sorben turns to him. Ah, Nico. Ever the pleasure. Well, for someone. Not me, however. I need at least 2 drinks after hearing the spewing coming out of your mouth.
Damn.
Ladies, gentlemen, I must. And as he says this and walks away, the entire crowd walks with him, leaving Nico
I was
just
gonna follow him.
You can follow David Sorben, but Nico is.
I wanted to talk to him, yeah.
Okay, you can make an approach. But yeah, Nico is left standing in the middle of the area he was just at, sort of completely isolated.
Oh, well, I'll talk to Nico first.
Yeah, talk to Nico.
I'll talk to Nico first.
Yes. As you look over, Nico, can I help you?
I'm curious as to why the aggression to Mr. Sorben. I represent the Republic.
Oh. That would explain why you're not familiar with the lay of the land where business politics goes.
No, we don't have those in the farm.
He gives you a strange look. Right. Yeah. It matters who you're seen with, who you're seen associating with.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want to be...
I would suggest you could find a drink over there. They're free, you know.
Have a drink. I'm still holding the champagne for...
To stock up before they start charging.
That's not a problem.
That's right.
Sort of stance changed a little bit. Excellent. You're a business owner, are you?
Yes. I own 51% of this company. No,
Wow.
I'm the owner of all the farms and produce that they provide in the Republic.
No, just Soros farms. Not all of them. You don't own the Kinischiro Republic.
He doesn't know.
Someday.
He doesn't know. Does he?
Yes, of course he knows something more than that. He knows
Why
if
is he asking?
you owned the... No, I'm saying if you owned the Kinischiro Republic, he would know you.
I'm not saying I own. I'm not saying I own the country. I'm saying I own all the farms.
Yes, which is owning the country. No, you don't do that.
Not every inch of the country is farmland.
Can he pick an herb and own all of those particular herbs?
Yeah, I sell tobacco.
Oh, wow.
I own the tobacco farms.
Big money in the tobacco industry.
Yes.
Get money in that.
You're welcome.
You've heard correctly.
Thank you.
I assume he smokes.
There's good money in that, I hear.
There is. We're actually currently producing an alternative for those who don't want to be seen as smoking. It's called a tobacco tomato.
Isn't killing yourself all the fad and all the rave these days?
Some people like to hide it, I suppose.
forgive me, as I was saying, the importance
Forgiven.
of
What was he saying?
who you're seen being to be with is quite a
Mm-hmm.
big thing here. For that reason, I think
Yes.
I would like to be seen somewhere that isn't where you're being seen.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
going over there, and
God.
I suggest you go somewhere else.
Got his ass.
I would be careful, Mr. Nico.
Ooh.
You shouldn't dismiss people so easily.
I don't dismiss all
Nice.
people, just the ones that don't matter.
Nice suit, by the way. Silk, is it?
Oh god.
And before he even replies, I walk away.
Nice.
Off to a great start. Off to a great start.
You got the last word for sure.
I'm a method
As
actor.
as we hurry
Vulgo's a
away.
method actor.
Yeah. Brozzig and Oleg, after you're sort of moving around, getting drinks here and there, a man sort of approaches the two of you. Bumbles over. You
Oh.
must be the people that Vikeza said would be attending. No, you've lost your man. Solly, was it? Sorry? Sozy? I don't know.
Master Soras, yes.
Oh, him. Yes, definitely.
And you are?
Not near it. And then he sort of Archibald, of course. He told you all about me, I'm sure. We'll be sitting together at dinner, isn't that fine? You enjoying the beverage?
Indubitably.
Great word. He sort of nods and smiles and looks over at you, but I was like, and who are you?
Oh, I forgot my fake name.
You may call me Leadgut.
Right. That's a pleasant name.
Yes.
I see. Wow. I'm sure you're not just here for the free booze. Or are you?
You clearly don't know me very well.
No, I don't. I don't know you at all. That's why I asked you.
Listen, Archie. Can I call you Archie?
You could try,
Ooh.
though I might turn
Great.
you into a frog.
I've been turned into worse. Archie, who should we be on the lookout for here? Who is the bit
Goodness me, if
badass
I know,
shithead?
I know that you should probably avoid that man, and that's about it.
Oh, you
And
mean
he
the
points
one
over-
the one that Vulgo was talking to?
Nope, he points at this man.
Ooh. this guy's cool.
And unfortunately, he looks a little like Master Soras, but with cybernetic implants.
Uh-oh.
One of the most powerful men in the entirety of the Kinischiro Republic, and a member of the Preacher of Peace, I might. Yes, probably avoid him. He might see through your disguise. But apart from that, everybody else is fair game.
Vikeza
say.
assured us that no one else would be here. From...
Sarah wasn't meant to be here, but instead of the lovely lady he
Awkward.
was sending in his stead, he's decided to make a personal appearance. Something about bad blood.
Him and our Mr. Soros wearing the exact same suit. It is a fashion
That's
faux pas, no?
expected. No, Kinischiro Republic, they all wear the same suit, so nobody can be judged
We got,
accordingly.
We got to let our boy know, though, Brozzig.
We probably wouldn't have a
But
conversation
no,
with him
Leadgut, don't
directly if I was you.
don't
I
use
mean,
my real name.
Leadgut.
Be
Leadgut,
cool,
yes.
be cool,
of course.
man.
Let
course.
go.
Right, yes.
And I am
Yes.
Morimoto.
Orimoto! That's a lot of syllables. They'll
Well,
be calling you Ori before you can
My-
can turn around the corner.
my parents were linguists. What can I
Oh,
say?
yeah.
Wow.
There are worse things to be. And better.
That's true.
And, he sort of runs his hand through his huge beard, and little stars come out of it as he does. He does this grand gesture a few times. Well, you won't get any attention standing next to me. Nobody will speak to me, goodness only knows why. I'm getting
What about
myself a
that?
cocktail.
You are the one with no implants, yes?
Yes?
Mhm.
Does that interest you?
Mildly. We are one and the same, you and I.
I love to be a
Brozzig
novelty.
here. I mean,
Not a
that guy.
novelty
Oh my
anymore.
god.
Right. Brozgot doesn't have any implants either.
Just putting it all out there, friend.
Right. Well, no better place to spew secrets than here. Grey wolves have ears.
And who has biggest mouth here? Who likes to gossip? Who's the biggest
His
gossiper
mouth,
here?
probably one of the Loxodon. Oh,
Alright.
you were speaking figuratively? Ah, well, depends. If he's speaking his mind, Mr. Sorbin. But who's likely to give the most interesting,
Yeah.
devilish information? Oh,
You know.
probably that new girl, the singer. Or Miss Quinn. Miss Quinn knows everything. You know, Nana Quinn with the news. That girl.
No.
What do you mean, no? Have you never seen a television program? She's on all the time. You know, I'm Nana Quinn with the news.
I just watch Zen Ball. That is it.
Well, then you'll have seen her every advert.
Spend a lot of time in the shop.
I
You're
drink during
getting
commercials.
drinks, right? Yes,
Yes,
of course,
yes,
of course,
yes, of course. You know, you understand me, Archie.
Archie.
Baldy? Would you?
Ooh, I like Baldy.
You don't look very bald. You have very, very luscious
You're
beard.
quite
Just like
the
myself.
Joker, aren't you?
Been called worse.
Brozgat.
Oh no, he's mad.
Is this part of act?
Archie is not my name.
Oh, he hates it.
The Brozgat isn't my name. I thought we were doing fake
That
names.
is
I
the
assumed
point. You're
I assumed
putting on
Archibald
an
wasn't.
act.
I assumed.
Archibald! And he says that he sort of shouts, and you notice a bunch of people around sort of looking. All right, he's on.
Okay, calm down. It's fine. We understand, Archibald.
Across the room, what are those guys doing over there? Let's
Yeah,
Rosie's
look
getting
away.
heated.
Look
There's
away, Vulgo.
You just need crowds of people moving further and further away from Archibald, who's now on an island larger than Nico's.
This sounds like a scene.
Even the hors d'oeuvre man is avoiding the scene of Archibald. But you will note that people don't seem to be taking too much notice. This is kind of expected, you know. This you were told about this eccentric persona being, like, you know, part of his thing.
I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this later to make bonds with other people about how much of a weirdo he is. So it's perfect.
Get a load of that guy.
As this as you guys are all congregating and just getting your hors d'oeuvres and your drinks in, you just hear this Hanoi announcement of, "Hello, hello," and then you just hear a massive sort of crackle, as if somebody's just punched a microphone. The awards are going to be in progress shortly. If you'd like to progress into the main atrium, it would be appreciated.
Ooh.
Oh, fingers crossed.
I think you got this one in the bag, man.
I think so. I'll be sure to thank you in my acceptance speech.
That's all I can ask. Let's regroup.
Yeah?
Do we have an eye on Zaru?
Oh God.
We're putting all the preachers of peace at the same table. So.
Oh, is that right?
Well, I mean, it seems like they were, but he wasn't going to be here, so maybe they don't have a table. Maybe like a leftover table.
You're not at a table right there. Well, you are, but these sort of long tables are looking out over the front stage.
Mm.
Ooh.
And as you head along, Archibald sort of points with his staff, almost like a little wave at you, and then just gestures towards one of the tables.
I should have brought my staff with me. This is made poor choice.
As you move over to the table, you're very, very far back.
Great.
They never put the winners. They don't ever put winners this far back.
No,
it
they
says
don't.
it says Soros, and then there's like Soros +1 in the middle 4.
Wow.
Lovely.
And Soros, you will find yourself sat next to Miko. Who is this little gentleman here? Who is currently rattling about with his entire shoulder deep into a bag that looks like a bit like a clutch. That bag is in his hand. He's shoulder deep into it. It should be coming out the other side, but it isn't. And on the other side, you just see a tag that says Deletion, but it's currently unattended.
No, I'll tend to Miko.
Wait.
Sorry.
No, go
Go
ahead.
on.
You sit down? Yeah?
Yes. Miko, is it?
Yes! Hold on! And then he just sort of goes head first into the bag.
Oh.
Do you need some help?
No, I'm fine, thank you! And eventually he pulls out a tiny little metal hip flask.
Wow.
That's what I was looking for. Miko, at your service. You would be
Hi.
Soros, right?
Yes, I represent the Republic and
Hey, we
the
haven't
tobacco industry.
I see. Okay, I represent not much of anything, to be honest. But a pleasure to make your acquaintance. are you
You know
finding
there is alcohol here.
Alcohol? Well, yes, of course.
Is
And he
that
sort of
not what's
gestures
in the
towards his-
flask?
Towards. Oh no, not at all. That's well, I suppose. Don't tell anyone. Here, and he'll sort of squeeze it out onto your finger, and just apply it to your eyes.
What is it?
It'll let you see a little more clearly.
Wow.
I will hesitantly, with my finger shaking of nerves, rub it on my eyelids.
Okay. And when you open your eyes the next time, you find that sort of he'll sort of tell you 3 blinks for zoom, 2 blinks for reset, right wink for pan right, and left wink for pan left.
As opposed to just turning my head.
Yes. Very useful.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. What are you here for? Who do you represent?
I don't, like I said, not much of anything or anyone, to be honest. I'm just Miko. I make
Oh.
my way well enough, I suppose.
Did you win the ticket in like a radio prize?
Oh, that's very sweet of you. No, I was
You
invited.
found it.
I was invited.
Oh,
I won an award a couple of years ago, and
what was the award for?
progress in alchemy.
Oh, what do you do?
I
Alchemy,
make
I think.
tinctures and potions.
Probably.
Don't make me dock your pay again.
No, he sort of leans over and no, it's not just general alchemy. I work specifically in ointments, body altering effects specifically. Would you like to try some?
Oh.
And he takes the hip flask and he gestures towards you, Oleg. And your companions, if you wish. It'll help you.
This is
see
interesting
what's in front.
technical. I will try this. Hold my finger out.
And then he goes sort of one moment and then goes back in his bag, absolutely deep in his bag, and then comes out with another thing. And he has a little tiny vial of black liquid. And he just sort of tips the whole thing down his throat.
Now we're talking.
Sorry, as I was saying, yeah, you're more than welcome to try it. This was one of the inventions that, that one won me an award a few years back. But yeah, it's a bit of a limited field. I'm one of the only people working in it, so it tends to get a bit of notice.
Do you have samples?
Not here. No, I'm not really. I provide to a relatively specific set of clientele.
What clientele is that?
Namely?
Those who might benefit from being able to see further, hear further, look around corners.
Spies?
Ah, detectives.
Yes, the detective. Detective Inspector Roland will be attending this evening. He'll be joining us at the
That's
dinner
what
table.
I was thinking.
He is one of my clients, that is true.
I see.
People who like to gather information and pass it around are mostly my clientele, and well, that includes people like this. Excuse me, I believe she's coming straight at us. So here she comes. Okay, brace yourself. Says very quietly at the side of his mouth.
Myself.
And approaching you is
Embraced.
a absolutely stunningly beautiful woman.
Oh no.
That's a little unreal. And as she moves up, Miko, oh, what a wonderful pleasure. You're such a. You're still attending. Well, that's wonderful. You haven't returned any of my previous letters or communications.
Wow.
It's not often I have to send a formal letter. Still nothing.
Miko, you know the lady on the news?
Right, well, and he looks back at her and, no, I haven't. We made our deal once and that was quite enough.
I'll stand up from my seat and hold my hand out to shake hers. Miss Quinn, I believe.
She looks down at your hand with her hands quite, sort of clenched in front of her, but Yes, that's me. Sorry, I don't know you.
My name is Soras. I represent the Republic. I own the tobacco industry.
Oh, niche market. Someone has to, I suppose.
Indeed. I'll like close my hand and put it back by my side.
Dejectedly.
As I was saying, Miko, if you could... I would like to reopen our business deal. And I would not.
And why is that?
Both of them look to you as if like... We're in this conversation? Okay, very well.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Look
Was
back
this
and-
private?
Well, did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
It was a little 1-to-1. And then Miko looks back to
And,
her. I do not wish to reopen our business. Perhaps this isn't the correct place to speak of it, as my companion has so rightly pointed out. You've got private business, bring it up in private. They sort of looks at him. I've been trying for over 3 months. Perhaps
Is
you
this
should
how you?
stop.
Is this how you source your news, Miss Quinn?
Oh, sorry. Did you have a question? He looks at you.
I said, is this how you source your news?
What, asking questions?
It's a bit more than asking questions if you're hiring Miko to aid you.
There's no harm in being better equipped.
I never said there was, but your hesitance to answer the question shows that perhaps there's something that you're not so proud
I
of
just keep-
doing.
Trying to work out why we're still talking. And then she looks down again at Miko and... I really would appreciate a response. Miko sort of... Right. And he sort of turns to you as she walks off. Really don't want to get yourself too involved with her, you know. There's quite the power behind her.
Wow.
Does she? Isn't she just a weather girl?
Yeah.
Why don't you want to sell her stuff anymore? Her money's probably good, right?
Oh, her money's excellent, but it's the principle of the matter, really.
Is she doing something dodgy?
Yeah, Archie told me that she knows everything. She's very well informed.
Yes, a little too well informed sometimes, and the problem is that first it's just, here's my product, and here's my payment, and then it's, well, who else have you sold to, and when did you last sell to them, and
She's the Rita Skeeter of this world.
always asks too many questions, so I saw that as the price of doing business, and I decided that is the price I wanted to pay.
It's very honourable of you to cut that off.
No, just practical.
I don't know about honor.
My clients would take unkindly to me answering her questions.
Yeah, save your own skin.
Who is behind you? You said there's powder behind her. Who are you referring to? I don't mean to be asking questions. I know you don't like.
No,
Channel-
that's
Channel
that is a
6.
sensible question.
It is her business, not your business. You know, I don't care. Your business
Of
is your
course.
business.
The thing is with her is that she's the face of the news. So when people want the news to say a specific thing, it's good to have Naylor Quinn on side.
I see,
Means-
propaganda.
Lots of people want a piece of Naylor Quinn, and thus Naylor Quinn gets some things in return. It would do to dismay her.
Likewise, I'm sure Naylor Quinn could destroy a man or a company.
They-
You are astute.
More ways
Wipe
than
it from
one.
existence, perhaps.
Oh.
I jest, of course!
Oh no, it was Brozzig's comment from 4 seats down that caught me by surprise. And speaking of people that could destroy a man in more ways than one, can I have the seating order? So we've got Miko, and then Vulgo, and then who's next? What is the lineup?
I probably should. I'll probably would sit next to Archie, wherever he's at, if he can.
No.
if he can.
It's just 4 of you in a row. Miko, and then 4 of you.
Oh, okay.
Archie will be on your dinner table, but he isn't at this table.
Oh, this is a different.
It's
table.
only
Okay.
6 of you.
This
It's
is just-
Nico and you 4, and then one other person.
I'd like to take the end seat.
Great.
Yeah,
So
I'll be
as-
next to Vulgo in the
Okay.
middle.
And then Oleg, and then Brozzig. And then finally, the lady comes in to sit next to the seat that says Leisha. And as your lovely drow friend walks in and sits down, she looks over to the left and... Oh, you got to
Oh.
be kidding.
I will once again push down my son.
Ah, my lady.
She sort of puts her head right in her hands.
Ah. Well, how about that? Take a seat.
Leisha, at your service.
A pleasure. We represent the Republic.
Oh,
Tobacco.
Rico.
The tobacco industry of the Republic. Of course.
She sort of, Brozzig, she sort of reaches across and actually grabs your chest, like
Nice.
Wow.
pulls you right in next to her and whispers very quietly, "You didn't tell me you were Vikeza's moles."
She knows.
We didn't talk to you at all. You just glared at us in the
Exactly.
elevator, and then you eavesdropped on our conversation, glared at us, and then walked away. What are you talking about?
Mhm.
Oh, mercy.
I'll say.
Who are you? What is
Name's
what is your interest in our business?
Your business, none at all. Either as the representatives of the tobacco industry of the Kinischiro Republic, or as Vikeza's friends. None at all. Though Vikeza and I have a little bit of a working history. Could have done with a word of forewarning from him, not you. No problems intended. I did wonder why you didn't quite seem to fit. Never seen anybody
We're
so lost on a staircase. Yes,
We're just
Vikeza
so
and I have
unique.
exchanged some goods in the past. Shall we say.
Merchant.
No more than Vikezer's. He deals in wishes, and I deal in hard facts.
You are someone who knows things.
Well, I suppose there are some things that I know, but let's just say that I like the cold, hard truth of death.
Wow.
Could you say you're an assassin? I mean, we
How
understand
could
what
we
that means.
know?
We
Nothing
understand what that means.
Oh,
Really
she's
skirting around the topic.
She sort of shrugged
I
her
thought that's
shoulders.
what we all agreed on. Okay.
You must know. Speak with the dead, for once.
Ah.
Oh, that is way cool.
Whoa.
That is also cool. Different kind of cool, but also very cool. Wait, any dead?
Are there
Well, just see
ghosts?
it that way. Most dead. Sometimes bodies that are vaporized. That
Mm.
can be a little
Wow.
bit more difficult to contact.
That's powerful.
Are they always willing to speak to you?
One might say they're never willing until coerced otherwise.
Wow.
Is it painful?
No, but it requires a fair amount of willpower.
I mean, for them.
It depends on the recipient. If you have good intentions, I'm the wrong person to talk to. Sorry.
What?
I don't facilitate meet and greets between people and their loved ones. I bring people back from the grave to answer questions that they were hiding in real life from people of vast importance that would have tortured them out of it were they alive. For
What?
any business. Sorry. She sort of backs up. She's noticed. I'm like, can I just I know you're...
No, it's fine.
Just hold on a second. She sort of looks at you, Brozzig, and I haven't got the wrong idea there.
No, you read Brozzig like a book.
She sort of said, that's a little smile. Sorry, I get a lot of questions like that, and I don't want to be a disappointment. There are priestesses of the Seven that can do that. Almost no price. If your loved one is looking to speak to you as much as you're looking to speak to them, it should be an easy thing to facilitate.
What did she call them?
Priestesses of the Seven. The Seven are the just any temple, basically. Good chat. And then she sort of looks over and, sorry, were you trying to ask a question? Yes.
Yeah. What information do you need in order to contact someone?
I'm not quite sure I understand the question, sorry.
So, like, if I just gave you a name, could you contact them?
Goodness me, no, I need the body.
Okay, right. Okay, so
Sorry.
you do need certain things
she needs the body,
to
that's
talk
it.
to them.
It's the only thing she
okay.
needs, which is why she said if the body's been too vaporized or there isn't enough of it, she can't contact it.
Right.
Excuse
Okay.
me a second.
Yeah. In
yeah.
normal D&D, the speak with dead, you need the.
They need a mouth.
Skull needs to have an actual mouth.
I will tell you though that she doesn't actually use Speak with Dead. She's really like grabbing people's and she's been coercing and forcing.
Yeah.
to be
I just
it
wanted.
sounds more.
Yeah.
Active.
High level necromancy.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to know how. If it was likely or not, I'm saying this out of character. I just wanted to see if it was likely or not that we could try and talk to like the CEO of our company and ask him like, who killed him? What happened the day he was killed? I don't know that.
Yes, you do. A reminder that almost everyone in your company you know are. Did I not give you this information?
No, I thought everyone was dead.
Almost everyone who works in Focus Tech who did have implants has just continued working for the nails company.
I thought no one did.
Screws and nails. Only your departments didn't have.
Oh.
Yeah.
the
No, we
lower
met
level
those little.
factory.
We met our neighbors that were gnomes that worked for the used to work
Exactly.
for the company. They
Yeah.
were like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, and they just work
Huh.
at is it Hemet Screws and Nails? I can't remember the exact name of the company. But there's a
Okay,
company
my
that
bad
replaced
then.
your building, and anyone who had implants just literally
Yeah.
switched to that company and
Okay.
carried on their life.
I guess- I don't think you've explicitly said it went all the way up to the CEO, but
Well, no,
Oh,
I
okay,
haven't
then.
explicitly said it
No.
went higher
Yeah.
up, but yeah.
I thought you were
That's
talking
my
about
bad.
getting
That's my
in touch
bad.
with Vikez.
Oh, whatever's left of him.
Let's talk to him.
She's sort of,
It's
anyway,
my bad.
I
When you
think
said that he has to be intact, I was like,
yeah,
Uh-oh.
I think they're doing the first award.
Fingers crossed.
I'm like grabbing Vogel's arm.
What award am I up for, by the way, James?
You are up for Sustainable Development Award.
Period.
Yes.
Sustainable tobacco
getting
farming.
people addicted to tobacco forever.
If
I don't
that's not
force people to
sustainable,
buy it.
I don't know what is.
I just provide it.
The reason you are up for that award is your use of non-environmentally dangerous or degrading chemicals. You've managed to create a sustainable farm without having caused problems to the land, basically, which is going to create future benefits.
It's those
Nice
tobacco
job.
tomatoes.
Nice job.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without your hard work, guys. I'll be sure to thank you when I'm up there.
You see a man step forward and take the stage, and you will immediately recognize this to be Governor Larry,
Wow.
who is the head governor of the entirety of Anakesia.
Does he have a studio?
What?
Never mind.
Uh,
Because Larian.
never mind.
Oh,
Larian's
yeah,
studio.
unhelpful. Yeah, so he is the most powerful politician in the world, and definitely at least in this country. And he steps forward.
Oh, jeez.
Greetings, welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and those others. It is with my great pleasure that I announce the 253rd Innovia Awards. And he sort of stops and looks over to the side. See him focus for a moment.
What's he looking at?
Ooh, does he blink a couple of times to zoom in?
No, you sort of see him he's trying to clear his eyes.
Oh, okay.
Give me an insight check or perception check, your choice. Specifically Paisley, because you asked.
Yeah. Okay.
Guidance.
Oh, wow, thank you. Dirty 20 with the guidance.
It's as if
Wow.
the lines he's reading are wrong.
Ooh.
And then he sort of shakes his head and looks elsewhere and... I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. It appears that the teleprompter is having issues.
Tampering.
Welcome along to the 253rd Innovia Awards. It is with great pleasure that I open the awards ceremony with one of our most prestigious and important awards. This is the GCD General Concept Design Award. And it is with great pleasure that I award it to a close friend of mine. Richard Vega. If you would like to come to the stage. Other nominees include, and he lists off sort of 5 or 6 nominees and their things. But in terms of general concept, Mr. Vega, this really is quite exceptional.
Now, can I?
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, this is something I think I want to do when all these awards are done. Can we keep an eye on the other nominees and see if anybody is just pissed that they lost?
They didn't swap them out for me. Give me a perception check. Because you don't know necessarily who the other nominees are. They aren't, although they're mentioned in name, nobody points to them all.
Can I aid? Can I help, Brozzig?
You can also give me one. I'll take the higher of the two.
Sure.
Why isn't it rolling?
That's guidance, you guys, but I have to touch you and you're so far away.
That's a crit. That's a crit for Brozzig.
Nice.
So in this particular instance, you look around and you notice a few people sort of generally clapping, and then there's one table with 5 or 6 gnomes sat at it. And one of them is sort of sat there, hands up like this, and sort of looking absolutely fuming. But none of the nominees' names sounded particularly gnomish.
Oh, maybe they weren't even.
Don't we know of a gnome that
We know of a gnome.
inventor?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't want to be
They mentioned
racist.
that name, Joe
It-
Zoko.
That name didn't come up.
Okay.
But
We're being racist.
you see this one particular gnome look very, very angry. Anyway, Mitch the Vega sort of stands up very much. Miss Solarian asks him if he could explain the concept, the general concept that he created. And he's going to tell you all about the Intertunnel. The Intertunnel is a new creation, which is a phased series of teleporters, which are going to allow a train to pass from Anakesia to the place which I can't remember the name of. Bear with me a second, I will have to go to the map. Anakesia to Nexon, which is across the ocean, basically, is the important thing, in less than 20 minutes and back. This means huge amount of goods will be able to be transported in very little time. And he sort of very gracefully takes the award, and he's then asked a series of questions about what led him to create this design and how it came about. A few sort of
I'm so ready for this.
a few more technological questions on sort of how the magic or the teleporting works, and how the goods are preserved, and then sort of other things as to who's going to be able to purchase these, the use of these tunnels, and whether they belong to Vega Transport or whether they're shared out, etc. But basically, during the entire speech, Mr. Vega is implying that it's just their work, and they can give it to the highest bidder.
Damn.
And you do see that Mr. Governor Larian and Mr. Vega seem very well acquainted with each other.
So he wasn't bullshitting when he said that his good friend Vega.
They definitely know each other well, and if they don't like each other, they're putting on a fucking brilliant act.
Or was it rigged, perhaps?
Well, Mr. Larian wouldn't be the person. He's been chosen to present an award. He wouldn't be the person choosing who gets.
Who does make the selections here, by the way? Is it a board?
Wouldn't know necessarily, but you could perhaps ask Leisha or Miko. That might be your options, if you wish.
I elbow Leisha. Hey, this guy. Let's see who. Sorry, I forgot the question. Who votes for these? Who votes for these people? Who's giving out these awards? Is there?
No, she.
Who?
No, she looks at you.
This is my fifth. This is my sixth free champagne.
I wish they'd deliver them to the table. I really don't want to have to get up and go and get drinks. The Innovia panel are anonymous, but it's a different panel every year. Usually past winners, representatives of certain companies, lower level scientists and technologists, never the higher ups, never CEOs, etc. So usually people who've made steps in their field but are sort of respected amongst other science, technology, and business representatives, but wouldn't necessarily be known to the general public. She gives one example that she knows that she's got a friend who works in one of the labs in Medicorps on biotechnology. She knows that he was elected 3 years ago.
So peer reviewed, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, do you know those gnomes down there were pissed? Do you know who they are? Do you know that guy down there? Look, he's fuming. He's fuming
That's
right now.
Tiny smirking. Something tells me you're gonna have a whole lot of questions, right? He really didn't prepare you, did he? Just bit of one moment, and she taps the side of her head, which you know is that sort of implant controlling device. And after a while, she'll report back to you, and a group of gnomes work in teleportation in the other place. That's name I can't remember. I really didn't have a world map on the side of my screen because I can never remember the fucking names of the countries. Malfi, which is directly south of Anakesia. So they also work in teleportation, but they were not nominated for the award.
Oh.
So you can come to whatever conclusions you wish.
All right. I will. You drinking those waterfall drinks, Leisha? I will get you a waterfall drink. Yeah, you've been very.
Give me one too, Brozzig.
What are you drinking? I'll be waiter.
Sure. Yeah, I'll have one of those. That'd be great.
Okay,
Thanks.
great. Okay. Brozzig will go get waterfall drinks for the table.
As she does, she leans over. As you do, she leans over to Del, sort of behind your back, Oleg. She goes around the back and she sort of leans over. I don't mean to be rude, but you don't fit with the crew.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I.
Oh.
Because I'm a goblin.
No. Just sort of nods around you, and you will see that 80 to 90% of people here are men.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I don't know. It's an insular thing, I think.
No, I definitely noticed a lack of
successful woman.
Yeah, I noticed a lack of female presence here for sure.
And,
Let me just
all
scan
in the
around.
back rows except Miss Quinn.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
There are literally 2 females not in the back 4 rows. One of them is Naila Quinn, and the other one is Layla, who is going to be performing later.
Oh no.
That's it. There are no other females in the front rows at all. Anywhere beyond the back 4 rows.
Oh, that explains why the vibes are off.
Just kind of surprised that you were elected for this mission.
Well, I'm kind of a +1. It's his mission.
Right. And you just agreed?
Yeah, the genie gives us nice stuff.
She sort of that's sort of giggling. Alright, I see. Like that is it. So your friend doesn't seem very well informed.
I don't think any of us are, honestly.
Well, why
We're
you?
mostly here because...
Speak for yourself.
Oh yeah, excuse me. Oleg's very well informed, but we're just... I'll lower my voice. We, I think, are just unique in our lack of implants is the main thing. Yeah, we're definitely not...
Oh, like the pennies just dropped.
We're definitely not qualified.
You don't have any information.
No.
You're not on MaxNet.
No, not at
You
all.
gotta hold everything in your own mind.
I know, laziness, right?
Shit, you guys are awesome. It's
Wow.
impressive. I can't hold 3 thoughts in my brain.
Well, you know,
We know.
we're old hats at it now.
On the current.
Oh, and they won't be able to read anything off of it. That is genius. I've got to start doing that.
What?
That
You're
explains why you
hiring?
didn't know the... No!
Oh.
But like... Ah. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, we're just kind of
Risha, your
incidentally useful.
My
your abilities
commendations,
aren't
boss.
your abilities aren't related to your implants in any way.
Oh goodness me, no. Yeah,
Then you can
I'm-
do without.
I started off with my. Let's just say that my abilities aren't always by choice. I'm just using them to the best of my abilities. Nice sometimes to get revenge on the bastards that don't shut up.
Oh.
Don't prod.
I'll lean over. Shh, my award's coming up.
Sorry.
You're not gonna win, you know that, right?
You don't know the teleprompter's broken. Things have
You might.
changed.
You might win.
You're not real.
Yes,
Oh,
I
wow.
am. And I have a speech prepared. I know all about how the Republic has been doing with this tobacco farm. I'm very prepared. You may think we're
Ready for the-
unprepared. I'm prepared.
You ready for the question and answer part?
Paisley and like a method actor.
Yeah, something like that.
She's very aware that you're literally a made-up human. Like,
Yeah.
Soras
Yeah.
kind of exists, but not really in this sense.
It's being tortured right now.
So anyway, the couple of other awards go through. They're quite slow and spaced out. There's a big superstructure technology award, which has just been awarded to the creator of one of the largest skyscrapers in Eastern Anakesia, in the Sky District, which is obviously renowned for having taller and taller skyscrapers. There, you will notice that there are a couple of other nominees, but they're what they did just doesn't sound anywhere near as impressive. The thing with superstructures, they take a long time to complete, so you don't really get many relevant nominees each year anyway. Not to mention that the two other nominees don't seem to be present tonight. They haven't bothered turning up. They know they can't win. Yeah, they don't. They can mention he goes and collects his award. One of the people that hands out the awards, however, might interest you. After a short while, it is announced that Bacchus will be announcing the next award.
Hey.
And you may remember that Bacchus is the brother of Khan, the governor, and he is a member of the Preachers of Peace. Well, and you were once told that he might be interested in your plight. When he comes up to the stage, the award he is announcing is the Sustainable Development Award.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to announce the Sustainable Development Award. Other nominees include Soras of Kinischiro Republic.
I wave to the camera.
It doesn't talk And then finally says, but the award for the Sustainable Development will be going to Martin Silva.
What?
Oh.
I hear that somebody is a little disappointed, but most people are not surprised. Mr. Sovard has made leaps and bounds in sustainable medicine for all. Not just those who have the money to pay for it, but everyone else. It's my great pleasure to welcome one of the finest men that I know across the entirety of Anakesia. Please, Mr. Sovard, join me.
The Republic will not forget this.
There
Don't
is
you
a-
dare clap!
There is a
I
distinct
almost
lack
clapped.
of applause, Mr.
Oh.
Sovard.
I'll say everyone
You
agrees.
and
Right.
10 or 12 others clap.
Yeah, I think Brozzig,
But it's
Oleg
most-
better-
yeah. You'll notice the back rows are clapping, the front rows are not.
Uh-oh. They
They're not clapping for different reasons, though.
And Mr. Sovard comes up and announces that it is my pleasure, despite so many of you. He
Wow.
sort of looks down at the governors and. Yes,
And at Vulgo.
he just sort of smiles sideways to all of you. And, I'm still standing. Isn't that wonderful? Well, to the longevity of many of us who might expect a shorter lifespan.
I just start
Continue.
scanning the roof for like snipers. For no reason.
You see a giant GIF up in the.
You do see his bodyguards looking out for him. But more importantly, perhaps to the current story at hand, you will notice that many of the governors are talking amongst themselves. Even fellow businessmen. Nobody seems particularly interested in Madam Solbard. If anybody's talking about him, it's in a negative tone. And
That's because they don't like the good he's doing, right?
well, first of all, he's giving away products, which just pisses everyone off. Because they're all trying to make money, and he's basically just chucking it away. Secondly, the government are trying to implement like strict paid-for health schemes with Medicorps, and he's just lobbing away free medication and undercutting them all and screwing with their funds. And then he's also backing the collusion. He's backing all sorts of other rebels against the government. He's openly
threatening the
opposing the
status quo.
government. And
It kind of makes you.
he's being unaffected.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's very curious as to how exactly he stayed alive this entire time.
4 really good bodyguards and
Sick bodyguards.
yeah.
Well, apart from them.
Not only that, the general populace. That is the thing, is that so many of the regular people in the world are massively behind him. So when
But they can protect him, though.
not necessarily, but he can move through the crowds with ease, and sort of regular people give him information all the time that
I
perhaps,
see.
you wouldn't expect. And he's also, he's very, very, very rich, which means he can pay for expert protection, but also
Well, how does he stay rich if he's giving things away for free?
because he's also the biggest provider of pharmaceuticals in the world.
Yeah, but you've got to. But
He's not just giving them away for free.
Yeah,
He's
he
getting
sells
away
them
for
to
free, but
people
he
that have
also
money.
is the biggest
Sells them to
distributor
the regular
himself.
folk.
and he also
pharmaceuticals
sells
in the world.
them, right? I
He
see.
gives
I
to like
see.
the poor and
Exactly, and then gives them away to people who
I
can't afford
see.
them.
I see. Yes.
It's a bit like, he's selling to medical, so then he's also just giving them away to
Given.
medical people.
I see. I see.
It's like Bruce Wayne.
He gets drunk and fights people at nighttime.
Should we
Batman.
Batman?
What the fuck?
should we talk?
You didn't know that?
Divorce.
Don't watch that
We
shit!
could
Sorry,
talk
Brozzig,
it.
go on. Bring it back
No,
to
no,
topic.
no,
What
no,
did you
no,
say?
no. Should we talk to him? Should we drop a hint about? Speaking of the little people talking to Sovard, should we drop a little hint to him about what happened?
Well,
Just sort of plant that seed and just
Oh, right,
See what
so
happens?
focus that.
and see what sprouts. Well,
Is that
sure.
is that a good idea considering how many people hate him in this room?
I mean, we're gonna do it stealthily, but Brozzig's gonna do that.
Discreet.
That's his plan. Anyway,
Okay.
Brozzig's in the lobby at the moment. He's missing the speech, I guess.
No, you pretend money.
Okay. All right.
He's getting drinks.
There are a couple of other awards. The EID Excellence in Design Award, the Advancement in Plastics Award, the Future Sight 3D Printing Award, and then suddenly comes up an award for breakthroughs in cybernetic technology. And you guys are sort of at this point sort of zoning out a little bit.
Yeah.
And then the name catches your ears. And you mentioned it earlier, so credits for that. As you do hear that the winner of this award is Jizoko.
Oh.
Stay.
Let's
Let's come
perk up.
accept.
And then you hear, unfortunately, Mr. Jizoko could not be here to accept the reward in person.
Mhm.
Oh, could I accept on his behalf?
And therefore, no! You're not getting any awards, get over it! And therefore, a good friend of his has agreed to collect the award in his stead. And it is none other than the owner and CEO of Medical.
Fair.
And Garrick is sort of talks about how Jizoko has been working for them for many years and has provided so many different good things in the past. And yeah, this might be a little bit of a shock because you had no concept of that.
Oh, these guys have blue hair.
Glad that you're keeping up with the
I
information.
wonder if Garrick sits behind the desk from time to time.
Maybe he does.
Yeah.
But he sort of sounds very proud of Jizoko, but mentions nothing about him in any sort of personal sense whatsoever. Not only that, but he's sort of, I don't really understand the details of it. Every time anything is asked about the what the work actually was.
Oh, he's lying.
So the only thing that you're aware
Gotta
of
be.
is that the reason that he has been so successful, or he's got this award, is basically something that simulates skin. Jizoko has managed to create some sort of cybernetic appendage that simulates real skin and moves like real skin, acts like real skin.
Interesting.
Is the
Sex
crowd
shops in this
into-
world
into
must be
this guy?
crazy.
Sorry,
Is the crowd into this guy? Do they like? Are they?
Garrick.
Yeah.
They because he's
Are
accepting
they
on behalf of someone else.
respectful
Yes,
at least?
100%.
Okay.
He is, well, I mean, he's very powerful, very well respected by the governors, you'll notice. A lot of Medicorp's products are government procedures. So, for example, the government have to provide a certain level of healthcare, and they give all of that healthcare business to Medicorps. And it's said that they get huge benefits. Whether that's
He's a government contractor.
yeah,
One of the
whether it's
bigger ones for
extending their
healthcare.
lives, whether it's doing all sorts of other stuff, they very much appear to be in bed with each other.
Sure.
And after that, there are 7 more awards, and these are all for advancement in the field of X, advancement in the field of Y, and they all of them, without exception, go to Mikayla, who is the CEO of Go Live.
Wow.
Who clean sweeps in total 14 awards out of the 30 that are
Oh my
offered
god.
tonight.
Fantasy life.
Fantasy
He's the
Life,
Beyonce of this world.
Fantasy Life is the thing that's won 13 of them, but you might be interested in the 14th. Because he is also one of the huge benefactors and proponents of NextNet. Him and 2 others basically brought together the internet itself, if you will, into implants. And his part in that is about virtual surfing. So all of these sort of constant momentary updates, anything that allows sort of news or distributional information to be immediately uploaded to people is coming through Go Live.
I wonder what would happen if it
Pretty
caught a
sus.
virus.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Josh.
I said, I wonder what would happen if it caught a virus. And that virus traveled to everyone.
NextNet.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, NextNet is sort of accessed by billions of people who have implants.
Yeah.
And it is the general source of all information. And obviously, at that point, you might be thinking, oh, it's some sort of way of hiding information or changing it might come through NextNet too. You certainly know that if you look up Focus Tech on NextNet, they were a tiny company that failed 80 years ago.
Yeah.
In his acceptance speech of the 14th award, this one for NextNet, he mentions his collaborators. During this time, he collaborated with Joseph Quick, who is a manager of many large corporate businesses, clubs, bars, restaurants, who he mentions is also providing the catering this evening. And he also mentions David Sorban. But when he speaks of David Sorban, he says, although our work didn't always go quite as smoothly as one might expect, I've got a lot of respect and admiration for his work. It doesn't always correlate that those who are most genius are also most personal. I would say it was a pleasure, but I will say instead that I'm glad of our collaborative success. A lot of his comments are sort of, you're a dick, but I'm glad our project worked, basically.
Yeah,
That's
very
weird.
Weird speech.
It is
Yeah,
a
weird
very
speech.
pointedly weird speech, especially as his first 13 was super happy and chatty and not even slightly disdainful of anyone. But as soon as he's invited to speak of NextNet, he's very much putting David Sorban down. David Sorban was expected to win 2 awards tonight, but didn't win any.
How
All these
embarrassing.
CEOs.
Well, most of the front 4 rows behind the governors are CEOs of huge companies. So That is most of what is.
And how's anyone else meant to win?
Well, you're about to find out because the final award is about to be given. Still not to you. And this is the Ovation Award for the small startup.
Ooh.
And this award is going to be given to a small company who've recently started up who are doing something new or different. Something that I'm sorry, I should have mentioned. It is being presented by a particular governor whose name is Oliver. And he sort of stands up. And this award is our most prestigious award. Those of you who are looking along the lines of the most successful CEOs in business will notice that most of them once won this award for their product.
Oh, could I scan the room to see if my mum and dad are here with Think Before You Move company to see if they're gonna win?
You look around. You look around.
No orcs.
Damn.
Oh
Next
man.
year.
All these humans.
Sorry. Sorry, I'm desperately looking for this page. I put you.
It's all right. We will discuss waterfall drinks and how delicious they are. Why are these drinks only for the women? The 4 women are drinking them. I think they should be for
Any
everyone.
drinks for anybody.
They're lovely,
but-
refreshing. So refreshing.
Yeah, they should not discriminate.
Much better than this swill.
I do not like the bubbles, but I will get over it.
Side, yeah.
It's a way to enforce their masculinity, you know? You guys have to drink the gross drinks.
Del, you do not feel ostracized by our group. You know, a bit of sausage fest sometimes, but you feel part
okay.
of group. You feel part of the group, right?
Yeah, for sure. Not this group, looking around this huge
No,
crowd.
I mean our small group.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, I do not want you to feel left out.
No, don't worry. If anyone's left out,
It's Vulgo.
This
Yes, I know, but
guy.
we don't need to say that. Yeah, no, I understand. But he's still family.
just kidding, Vulgo.
Your pay will be cut.
There we go. And sort of Oliver stands up, and it is with my greatest pleasure that I award Keenan with the
Ooh.
excellent creation of Census.
Oh,
Census. Sensus.
he's so
Oh
cute.
my goodness.
Please, Mr. Keenan, if you'd like to come forward and explain to everybody here what Census is and how it's about to change
Wow.
our lives.
About to change.
Oh my god, even the little bunny has a fucking quiff.
Keenan will come forward and... thank you so much.
I love him.
Census is a technology that allows us to extend our senses. New places or to heightened levels. Through the use of sensors, you can taste like you've never tasted before. You can hear at a range that you might not have been able to hear before. The deep
Wait a
sounds
minute.
of the ocean. High sounds that you couldn't hear in the past. You can smell so many different things and extend your senses of smell beyond anything they ever witnessed before. That's Census. And I made it. Oliver sort of, you needn't be so shy. What you've created is incredible. Beyond anyone's wildest imaginations. I myself have tried Census, and I will tell you that the cocktails aren't as good as you think they are. When he sort of winks, and
Wow.
honestly, the experience is beyond anything you might ever imagine. Hearing and seeing, smelling, tasting, and even feeling on a spectrum that beyond your wildest imaginations. And then he proceeds to ask Keenan some of the technological questions, and he finally, about the 4 or 5 questions in, finds his footing in the science of it all. and starts really talking about how it actually works on the neurons that are within your brain and starts trying. And he kind of goes into this detail. You will notice that every other award, there was little bits of chatter going on around the room. The census, the entire room has gone silent. Everybody is watching with rapt attention. And your minds will go back to that fact that Oliver said that almost every successful CEO at the front, in the front rows, has won this award before. So what you're looking at is the next billionaire. And right at the end, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was gonna ask Mika.
Yeah, they're getting on his territory.
Hey, isn't this kind of like infringing on your brand? What's going on?
No, it's cool. I can only give you your own perceptions in different places in different ways. The work of Zensus sounds astounding, groundbreaking.
Okay.
You know what my work could do if it worked with his.
Yeah, maybe you should network.
Well, people are buying shares right now, look. And you'll note that the front 6 rows, a little tiny sort of floating robot with a large disc in front of it is floating in front of people, and people are basically putting in like different numbers and then putting their wrist to it, and they're purchasing shares in his company right now. And
wow.
Miko will let you know that if he sort of goes, he walked in worth 1 million credits, he's going to walk out worth 10 or 50 billion.
My God.
Is this the award that you won?
Yeah. He smiles. No, so he won an award for the for innovations in alchemy.
You're a mystery, my
right.
friend.
Thanks. Try.
It was a compliment, yes.
Can't wait for dinner. And as he says this, it isn't long before everybody's encouraged to exit briefly. As you exit out, drinks are being handed out left, right, and center.
As we exit,
yeah,
I just want to pull Vulgo aside and try to find the Zaru guy amongst the crowd.
It's not hard. You will notice him having a very in-depth conversation with a governor called Vance.
What's wrong, Oleg?
Vulgo, you see that man?
The blonde-haired one?
No, the one that looks exactly like you.
But without the implant, with cybernetic enhancement.
Yeah.
It is.
That is a real Kinishiran. We were to avoid him at all costs. Do you understand?
Why?
Need to remind you that you are not actually Soros.
Oh,
You are Vulgo Fink.
oh no.
An orc.
Oh no,
bookworm.
you see in Volgo's eyes, like this whole time he's been like alarmingly relaxed and quite comfortable, and you see for the first time tonight in his eyes the fear just strikes straight back into his face. Oh no, we have to leave.
No, we will stay. You will just avoid him.
I can't avoid him forever.
As you guys exit out, Archibald is going to sort of grab your attention. It's going well. Good day, good evening, wonderful award ceremony, wasn't it? Looking forward to dinner.
That's right.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Brozzig walks away while he's.
Can I borrow you for a moment?
That's it.
Important
I'll-
conversation.
I'll push Vulgo towards.
And your 3 friends, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh. Brozzig's lost in the crowd.
Our mutual friend.
Hello?
This is Love.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
Yo.
aren't you glad, Vulgo? I mean, Soros.
Yes, let's talk about Soros. Let's talk about him in the bathrooms. That's a good place for conversation. I left my jacket in the cloakrooms. Why don't you come with me?
Yeah, you could
Yes,
get
let's
some
go for a
help
walk, a lovely
finding
walk.
it.
Come on.
Yeah, we should go.
Did Brozzig leave?
go.
Actually?
Brozzig will leave if he just have to go with this guy. He said it's important who he's seen talking to. Brozzig doesn't want to go with him, so unless you're stopping him, Brozzig just walked away. He's not going to go to the cloakroom with this guy. They got in a fight earlier.
Yeah.
So if somebody comes and gets them, Brozzig walked
No,
away
that's
as soon
fine.
as this guy
He'll
walked up.
well, 3 will do. You're the important one. Come on, Mister. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
You're the important man.
Paisley.
Nah.
Paisley, a little help here. Some cover, perhaps.
Oh, right. I will double tap my tattoo to activate it. To give
there's
us
that sort of
sneakiness.
suddenly, people were sort of paying a little bit of attention to his bumbling noise, and then it just sort of eyes start gliding over you, not really noticing you as much. And as you enter towards the cloakroom, one of the members of staff sort of gives you a nod as if you're going exactly where you're expected to be going. And as the 3 of you head into the cloakroom, Archibald sort of turns around to you. I've been given instruction that the attendance of Zaro is going to result in you needing a bit of a change of style, should we say.
Ooh, makeover?
You are Moritz.
I beg your pardon.
Huh?
Oh, he told me your name. I can't remember. Anyway, you're going to be Moritz. He looks like this, and he's gonna raise his hand and crack this sort of a full-bodied illusion of a man goes before you. He looks like a Kinischiro Republican, but not like Zaro. He's still wearing the same sort of suit, but instead he's much older. He's got sort of graying hair. Sort of a human.
Nice. A new character.
He was involved in drafting that. He sort of pulls out a piece of parchment and sort of rolls it down, and sort of taps it a few times, and then eventually takes out a wand, and a sort of big explosion happens around him of purple cloud of smoke.
My God.
And then finally, written out on this, he says, here we go. Yes, you are a member of the Preachers of Peace, looking to share some Kinishiran values with everyone. And you've been working for you own a company, Moritz Transportation. You bring herbs and other pharmaceuticals up to various producers, mostly Martin Sovard up in Anakesia. You're not here for a reward, but you're a good friend of the Preachers of Peace, and for that reason, you're been welcomed along for your visionary takes on politics in the Kinischiro Republic. You manage that?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Why are we ditching Soros?
We have kind of been networking.
Yes. Well, suffice to say, if you appear as Soros, you might find yourself in an in-depth conversation with Zaro, apparently. They don't see eye to eye.
See, Vulgo much better. We'll be safe now.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel about this guy?
I think we've probably got enough information. I think, you don't want to stay at these parties too late.
Nonsense, Vulgo. You're acting as passable.
We haven't even had dinner yet.
I'm not hungry.
But Moritz is.
I don't think he is. I think he wants to go.
Okay, right, that's it. Plan B. You're Soros. Go back in. Have a lovely evening. Master Zaro will leave. With that, Archibald sort of leaves the room and leaves you to it.
What?
Oh. Okay.
And Brozzig, as you are looking around for another drink, you see Zaro at the table over to your left. And Archibald goes over and claps a large hand on his shoulder and sort of, Zaro, pleasure to meet you. You're in need of another drink, aren't you? You'll be coming with me now, won't you? And he sort of puts his arm around him and sort of bundles him to the side, and Zaro sort of, I don't need to go anywhere, thank you very much. No, I don't need another. What on earth do you think you're... Ow, that hurts! Would you mind, please? come on, you're coming with me. But I was like, as you watch, no one else is paying any attention. Even though he's being almost forcibly dragged out the room by Archibald. Everyone else is just pretty much ignoring.
That is what I should have done from the beginning.
Classic Archibald behavior.
Can't get away from this asshole.
Come on, outside we go. And then he gets to the door and he literally opens the door and launches him. And it looks like he's thrown him sort of into the sky.
Wow.
Good riddance. Goodbye. Shuts the door. Heads on back in. Heads over to the cloakroom where you three are still hesitating. And don't worry, Zara won't be attending.
My God, did you kill him?
I hope not.
Do we still have the telecommunication emeralds in our ears?
Yeah.
Oh,
Brozzig wants to say in his little telecommunication, guys, I think I just saw Archie throw Zaru out the building into the sky. I don't know what happened. Everything okay?
Archibald, you murdered that man.
No, I don't
I
think
believe-
so.
I believe this was as per plan. Over. Thank you.
I just threw him into another dimension. He should get out somewhere else.
Oh, wow. You should have done that from the start if it was so easy.
Not easy. But
No.
effective, I suppose. The problem wasn't doing it, but not getting seen doing it.
Oh. How'd you do that? Did I help?
These implants, they're idiots. All these people with implants, just haze them.
Oh.
I am told that not many people can do it. Well,
Damn.
never mind, I have my uses. Anyway, you have a lovely party. Can't wait for the food. It's going to be great, isn't it?
I sure hope so.
Wonderful. Come on with you. And he sort of ushers you back out. Have a good time, Soros.
Alright, so we're back to Sora's character.
And as you get ushered out by Archibald, we're going to take a short break. Hello, and welcome back to the second half of the Innovia Awards, session 13 of Mark for Deletion. And we were just fighting back in for dinner. As you guys return back into the room... Oh, no. Where's this go? Why did that not do the music? Anyway, as you guys return into the room, you will see that that piano is on its raised dais again. Whilst there is a stage, it's been replaced with sort of a large emblem of the Innovia Award. And instead, there are circular dining tables. And for the main meal, which is going to be served immediately, you are to sit at your allocated tables. But you are informed over the tannoy that after that, you are more than welcome to mix amongst yourselves and head around and sit with other people. There's a couple of balconies up the top to where they'll be serving drinks all along those bars. So all along this top here, there is an open bar. Why can I not point? Okay, fine, I'll do a line instead. Up there and there are some open bars. And then all the way down here are just like basically open tables. So first of all, you're invited to take a seat, and you will be sat at a table with the following people. Miko, who you've already met, of course. Archibald, who you were expecting to be sat with. And Laisha. And Detective Inspector Roland. And then the four of you. It's a table of 8. And as you all sit down, you're informed that it'll be 10 minutes till food is served.
Finally. Wait, is Inspector here?
Mm-hmm. He's already sat at the table when you get there.
Wow.
Good evening.
Evening.
Wow. This guy's cool, right? Hey, were you there during the ceremony?
I was sat over right at the back to my left.
Wow.
Had the distinctive pleasure of being sat next to Archibald.
Oh, lucky you.
It's like winning the lottery for the first person to get shot in the head. I see he'll be joining us here as well.
This guy gets it.
I quite prefer the real Archibald. If I'm being honest.
The real Archibald, you said? As opposed to...
All the
The one who punches people?
the wacky wizard.
The wacky wizard's the only Archibald I've met. And I could do with not meeting him
Lucky
ever
you.
again.
Well,
So what? Who do I owe the pleasure?
This
wait.
is Soras, I am Morimoto.
Oh, we're doing the
Yeah.
fake names.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't know.
Uh,
He doesn't seem to recognize
Yes,
the children.
I am Zieg Ledgut. Nice to meet you.
Edgar. I've given a few people that before.
Wow.
Wait, you're talking about shooting people, not.
Yeah. You not?
No, this is his family name.
How unfortunate. You, miss?
Oh, me? I'm Rebecca Nunez.
You sure about that?
Yes. Yes, I am. Nice to meet you, Detective Inspector. What,
No, please look
what,
for the detective. and the
what
inspector.
kind?
This role
Well,
is good.
okay,
Yeah,
Roland.
what's
I
your
didn't
what's your
choose to
what
be-
is
I didn't
what
choose
is your
those
family
powers.
name? What is your family name? You're giving a shit about our
Carmichael.
names. Oh,
Roland
that is
Carmichael.
pretty solid. Pretty solid name.
Wow. This kind of party doesn't really seem like your scene, Roland.
Is it no?
No.
There is much to be gained. Attend a place like this.
Oh,
Much to be gained indeed.
I see.
Are you good at gathering information? You have two words in your name that mean good at that. So
I'm good at three
Exactly.
things. Good at
Yeah.
finding the truth,
okay,
working out who did it, and shooting the bastards.
Okay.
those are three pretty useful skills to have.
They are.
Are
Are they always in that
I
order?
am. Yeah. Put it in a different order, it don't make no fucking sense.
That's good.
You're a man of morals.
This guy's cool.
Occasionally. I'm here on special invitation, you might say.
Ooh.
Oh,
Who invited you, Detective? I mean, Roland?
Well, that's just the shit. I don't know.
that's so.
I received a beautiful, elegant invitation,
Anonymous
along
invitation.
with a lovely letter. It said, in case shit goes down. I thought it might be fun.
What kind of shit would go down here? Let me scan the room real quick.
Well, I would imagine that it is my most recent client who is trying to seek where all of his shares went.
Wait a minute.
Shares in what?
You see, I've got a friend who's got great shares in Mr. Quick's business. Medical. No, sorry. Mr. Quick's business. A chain of hotels. The East Side Hotels.
Mm-hmm.
And he hired me to find out where they went. He was a small stakeholder, 15%. Then suddenly, no one knew who he was. No one. Not even his wife.
Whoa.
He said it was the day after he bought those shares that shit went down.
You ever hear of people just forgetting someone or
Too
some
much recently.
place?
Way too much.
Really?
You don't say.
Roland, if I may ask, are you carrying any? What are they called again?
Implants?
Implants.
Implants.
I think the two are connected. Someone's sucking stuff out my brain.
Maybe. You didn't hear that from us?
Only making theories and speculations.
What
Inspector
an
Roland.
interesting theory. I'll take that to mind. Anyway, I asked some direct questions at Mr. Quick's workplace. It was a little easier to get up the ladder, if you know what I mean, than it usually is. Then, suddenly, I've got an invitation to some fancy pants do with free champagne. No one gives you free champagne unless they want something.
Yep.
What the fuck do they want from me? That I'm
I'd be willing to wager that it's to stay out of someone's business, but
Well, that was my thinking. I'd come tonight and somebody would give me an appropriate threat and see me on my way. But instead, I've been approached with requests to my business.
Wow.
With people asking me to find out different things.
it's a good business.
Things that have been forgotten.
No. Missing people. People who aren't on the radar don't exist. Other such strange requests. One man told me he wanted me to find 4 people who... He doesn't know their name, he doesn't know what they look like, he doesn't know where they're from, and he doesn't know who they work for. I mean...
Not a
A
lot to
needle
go
in a
on.
haystack is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of idiot would order that? Point them out. What kind of idiot?
Yeah.
I want to make sure I avoid them at all costs.
It's a strange thing. I was asked by 3 different people.
Oh.
None of them told me who they work for. They were just passed on strange anonymous notes, you know.
This is bad business.
You should be careful,
Roland.
detective. Yeah, this sounds incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious is kind of my business. Speaking of suspicious, here comes the idiot with the beard.
Yeah, fuck that.
He nods towards Archibald, who comes on over.
Wow. At least the food looks good. And he points towards the huge lobster that has been placed upon... each one of you has an entire lobster on a plate.
Ain't no more.
And a large plate of sort of very, very fancy, long, curly fries.
Wow. This place knows how to live.
Mm-hmm.
I'm digging in.
As you all tuck into your lobster and chips, is there anything you wish to say to Miko, Archibald, or Roland, or Leisha? Or shall we fast forward through the excellent food?
I do
I
kind of
think
want to question. I guess maybe. let's ask Leisha. Actually, Archibald's so loud. Hey, why do you think they got this detective guy at the same table as us?
Mr. Roland's a respected member of the Preacher of Peace.
Ah, jeez, why were we being so secretive around him then?
We both know about our mutual friend.
Oh, I see.
He is respected for different reasons. He's a man of morals. He sticks to them. The Bridges for Peace have offered him work in the past. In exchange for, doing the right thing, really.
I
The
get
government
it.
is full of their dirty secrets.
Yeah, absolutely.
He'll get himself
Okay.
killed, but before he does,
He's gonna get
Useful
me
friend.
killed.
only if he finds
Alright. Alright. No reason he'd be looking for me. I go back to my lobster.
Josh, you also want to say something?
I was just gonna say that Vulgo stress eating.
I assume just the French fries and not the lobster.
Yes, you assume correctly.
I will eat your extra lobster.
You're gonna eat 2 lobsters as Paisley.
Fuck yeah. Lobster.
Okay, also the size of your
Wow.
head.
Oleg might actually apologize to Leisha.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he'd be like very privately and pull her aside.
Okay.
I think we got off on the wrong foot. I apologize.
Didn't realize we got off on a foot at all.
Perhaps we can take some steps later.
Whoa. I didn't know Oleg had so much riz.
I would be more than happy to walk you outside. Leave you there.
Got him.
And she sort of looks at you and gives you a really sort of gentle wink. And then she... Look, I don't know. Had a bad day at work. You look like some dumb idiots who didn't know how to use a portal. I took some laughter at your expense. I don't regret it.
In fairness, we were some dumb idiots who didn't know how to use portals, so.
At least you can admit it. Hey,
Uh,
Miko! You eating that? Kristen looks up and... No, I don't eat seafood.
Oh, I'll have a third lobster.
She sort of looks at you and, no, you won't.
Okay, fine.
Walks you out and forks it over to herself.
Oh, fine, fine.
And she turns back to you. Sorry, you were saying, and then sort of carries on the conversation with you.
Yeah, your implants,
Mm-hmm.
your prosthesis.
Prosthetics.
Yeah.
Oh,
prosthetic.
you mean her cybernetic upgrades, her
Yeah,
physical.
Your own?
Well, if they belong to someone else, they'd be on someone else.
I mean, did you develop the tech?
Shit, no. That'd be a terrible idea.
From whom then?
Medical.
It's a subject of interest to me.
They were a rather direct gift from medical.
Ah, Eric.
No. Another man who worked there. His name was Vazan. Strange lizard folk. He was right at the top of the chain. He was their head cybernetic worksman at the time, at least. It wasn't. Oh. If I'm honest, I think it was all business from his side, but it's not all from mine. Maybe it was just gratefulness.
How long?
Must have been about 30 years ago now. He just...
Perhaps you can ask for some upgrades.
I can't ask him anything. Not a word. 30 years. He just
Okay.
stopped answering my calls and disappeared.
Perhaps you
I
can
was
have
heartbroken at the
conversation with
time,
Inspector Roland.
but... Oh, I think those times have passed. Thought about it for a while. First I was heartbroken. Then I was confused. Then I was suspicious. And what digging I did, didn't get anywhere, so I gave up. He didn't die.
Sorry I brought up such a touchy subject.
You're alright. Most people aren't interested in the science of it all. They just want to know if I can still get naked.
Then you must understand my forwardness.
You'd have created them yourself, would you?
Perhaps in a different way, but
Yeah, I might have created them in a different way if I knew. They come off, but what's left is something to share. But I hear it's Jizoko makes real skin now. Look like skin.
yes, I've heard of the man.
Wonder if it comes in black.
Wonder if it comes much larger.
Gotcha. Don't think
Yeah,
they're big enough? She gestures towards her breasts.
Oh, I thought you were talking about limbs.
Well, I don't need new limbs, but maybe. I just, could do some full body work.
I'd like to find this man myself. Perhaps I will speak to
Garrett
medical man, Garrick, yes.
is not a man who shares information easily.
None of these people are vultures.
Garrick has a reputation as one of the nicest men in business. And one of the most dangerous.
I get that feeling. Thank you. Please, let's enjoy.
Oh, I
Like-
am. She's nearly finished her second lobster. Does anybody else want to do anything at the dinner table right now? Or shall we get to the end of the meal? And let you loose?
I have other people I want to talk to.
Choo. So, just to give you a couple little bits of information, I'm not going to try and give you more than you can hold in place. But one thing worth mentioning is that all the governors are sat at one table, except one, which is Oliver. This is Oliver. He is sat at a different table, and he is sat only with backers. Oliver and backers at one table, all the other councillors at another. You will see various different CEOs, businessmen, etc. sat at other tables with various other people, whoever you want to seek out. I think you've probably got a list of who's here today in your head. So, what do you guys do?
I mean, I have an idea. I don't know if anybody else has any strong opinions on who they want to go.
Go ahead.
Who they want to go talk to.
Yeah,
Go
we need to.
I want to go talk to Martin Sovard.
As you look over, Martin Sovard is sat at a table with two other people. One of them you will recognize. She's female, and you didn't see her earlier on. She is Marissa. She is a singer who has been in trouble a lot recently for her very honest depiction of the world. Her very honest views.
Well, we've been listening to her at the Collusion a bunch, right?
You
She's
were,
been on the radio.
yeah. She's been on the radio Collusion a lot, exactly. And she is sat with another man who I don't have a picture of, right? I thought I did, but I don't have put it on. She sat with an Aarakocra, and he's sort of very dark feathered Aarakocra, hawk-like eyes, and he doesn't appear from as you walk up, Brozzig, doesn't appear to be paying any attention to the conversation between Marissa and Martin Sovard, but is instead looking around the room.
Okay. I want to approach slowly and just say, Mr. Sovard. Sort of try to get his attention. I don't want to be rude while he's like having a conversation.
Oh, I don't believe we've met. Please sit down.
Oh, thank you. My name is Zieg Ledgut. I am a big fan of your work, sir.
You're with the Kinischiro Republican, is that right?
Yes, correct.
I saw some of my pharmaceuticals from there. A lot of sustainable work going on down there. It's good.
Yes, no, we do some good work, but not many people down there are generous as you are, sir, with your pharmaceuticals that you create.
Well, no, indeed. Unfortunately, not many people in this world are. It seems like our entire world is moving more and more towards selfish looks on life.
It is true, and Miss Marissa, of course, I don't want to be rude. I know you by reputation. Your songs are lovely.
Please.
I don't mean to interrupt.
I appreciate that, but you're most welcome. Mr. Sovard and I were just speaking about census. The final award. Census?
Census. Yes.
I hope that it won't satisfy my listeners.
I'm sure it'll only make your music sound even better to them.
Appreciate you saying that.
Mr. Sovard, may I speak to you privately? I may have some sensitive information. No offense.
I'm afraid private isn't something I really do anymore. But perhaps a quieter area of public?
Yes, that is fine.
Yeah, and he sort of gestures that perhaps you might walk between tables and head over to where there's a little bit more of a deserted end of the bar to stand at. You can see that he keeps looking upwards. And he seems to be keeping track of someone who's keeping track of him, making sure he's in view, basically. You'll forgive my carefulness, but been keeping me alive recently.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, no offense. I respect what you do, but you don't seem to be the most popular person here at this convention.
That makes me happier than you could ever know.
Oh, I'm glad. I know you. And Brozzig lowers his voice. I know you are maybe not a supporter, but you've heard of an organization called the Collusion, correct?
I'm one of their main funders.
Um, we have not officially. This is not officially anything to do with them, but they have. I've recently, me and friends have come into some trouble. And they have been a great help to us.
You do good work.
But there may be bigger problems that they're even too big for them to handle, and I think it is something that you may want to be aware of, sir. I don't know if you can help or.
I will be glad of the information.
Yes, I'm not asking for help or anything. It's just something that you may want to be aware of. I know you're a man of people. And if what is happening is a threat to the people, I feel.
Do you smoke? And he gestures towards them.
Of course.
He takes he lights a sensor of mist and starts to sort of curl around you gently. So, some information you said.
Have you ever heard of a company called Focus Tech?
No, I can't say I have, sorry.
Of course you haven't. No one has. Not if you have implants.
See.
You've heard of the company called Screw and Gear? I forget the name of the company. The Screw and Gear?
Yeah, I also forget the name of the company. I know they're called Screws and Nails, but I can't remember
Screws
the name
and
of the
Nails.
actual company. Yes.
Up until a couple weeks ago, they were Focus Tech. And everybody who worked there and everything on NextNet has forgotten them completely.
And yet I've known them many, many years, but not known them. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Those disappearing cipher.
Yes. We have heard tales of other people being forgotten, being erased from the memories of people with implants. Focus Tech used to sell microplastics that are used in all the uplink software.
That's an accusation you don't want to throw lightly.
It's not an accusation. I am just stating facts. I do not know if someone is behind this or who
Those
is,
are
or
two facts I would not like to connect lightly.
that is fair.
I appreciate the information. I do worry for the state of our world already. So much can be manipulated by media and the internet, the NextNet.
It's true.
It can be edited from within our minds.
Just know that, I do not have the resources to figure out what is happening. But you seem like a good person and someone with the means.
I appreciate
This
the
is not-
thought, but
this
my
is not-
resources are about as stretched as they can be right now.
That is fair.
So
Either
it takes
way,
a
I want to.
big, deep breath into the mist. And so much.
Forgot he was a misthead.
You put yourself at risk to deliver me this information. I won't forget that. I can't offer you assistance in your mission, but if you're ever truly in trouble, come to one of my distribution centers. You ask for a lady called Helen. She'll see you safe.
I appreciate that, sir. I don't want to take up any more of your time, but
Someone's good.
you're doing good work out there. Thank you. And I'll
yeah.
leave him. I'll leave him to his misty cloud in the corner.
He leaves his mist cloud quite quickly and moves back to Marissa's table. And the Arakocra. You see him sort of mulling things over as he walks, but I'll ask what the rest of you up to.
I think I'm probably following Oleg around so that I'm not by myself, but also letting him do all the conversation, because I think Vulgo's now that he's seen the actual guy he was imitating there, he's now like, well, I can't say anything to people because if I contradict something that the real him has said,
Okay, so just to clarify,
then gonna get suspicious.
you weren't imitating him.
No,
Oh.
it
You
wasn't
looked
Zaru.
very, very
Zaru-
similar.
Oh,
You looked
Yeah.
very
Oh,
similar,
okay.
and the two of you, Zaru didn't see eye to eye with the man that you are imitating.
well, okay.
So you
He was
kind
the only
of-
one that could have
spoke-
blown your cover.
If
He's
you
gone.
spoke to Zaru, yeah, you would have been.
He would have known that you weren't who you say you were. That's what it is.
Okay. I think he's so nervous about
Yeah, of course. You can still be nervous.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's. Don't worry, he's
That-
not going to have anything contradictory.
sure. But yeah, I think I'm just following
It's
him
alright.
around.
Soares, will you accompany me? Let's try to speak to. Let's speak to Garrick. Curious.
Shove more curly frog. Mm-hmm.
When you head over to Garrick, he is sat with 3 other people. The first is Joseph Quick. The second is Richard Vega. And the third is a fairly unassuming man. Quite tall and thin, with blonde hair and it looks a little small, gold hand. Gareth sees you
Gentlemen.
approaching.
You're enjoying your evening.
Assuredly.
Mr. Garrick, if we may speak to you.
Please take a seat. Exclusive seating here.
I'll drag Soros along with me.
I will follow.
Our Kinischiro friend. Sorry you didn't win
Oh,
your
yes.
award.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you've been doing is quite good. What's doing it?
Yes,
Yes,
Soros.
Yes.
I'll
yes,
go him inside.
the tobacco farms are coming along very very nicely. Of course, we wish that we could have won the award tonight, but the fellow who did was very worthy. We congratulate him. Yeah.
He
And
hates
then
that guy.
Sven, sort of quite distastefully. That's about as worthy as an earthworm.
Well,
Anybody else?
all
doing
God's
that?
creatures.
Right.
Well, you see, Mr. Garrick, we would like to speak to you about perhaps helping us in not having us lose next year. And I understand you are acquainted with this Jozoko.
He fixes you with a stare. Give me an insight check.
I'll just whisper to Oleg, be careful, guidance.
You see his pupils sort of like contract and expand and contract and expand again.
Oh god.
He's scanning you.
Scanning
Read your
us.
mind, yeah.
Oh, can
Getting scanned.
wonder
14,
if
did
he
you
can
say?
be fine. 15.
15. Yeah, you do get the impression that he's trying to do something and then he can't seem to land purchase.
Mm.
That's right.
Lets
You
out a
see, as
thin smile.
Kinishiran's. Sorry, what was you going to say?
He lets out a thin smile and just says, "Oh, how novel. Jozoko, you say? He won an excellent award this evening. You should congratulate him in his fine work."
Indeed,
Very
cybernetics.
private man. He didn't want to attend.
Well, might you know where I could find him if we wanted to conduct some business with him?
I might, though I should add, Master Jizoko works almost exclusively on my behalf. Perhaps if you tell me some of your needs, I might be able to facilitate.
Well, we're looking to ramp up production, and as you know, we are quite traditionalists in Kinischiro Republic, and
I didn't realize you were so
Yes.
traditional as to use skin tobacco.
well, skin is not quite what I'm looking for. You see, I was wondering, Mr. Jozoko, was at all involved with automaton production, personal piloted mechs, something that we could use for harvesting and protection.
You've heard of Mr. Jizoko's work in the field.
While we are traditionalists, we are quite well informed.
Extremely so.
What was that?
He said extremely so.
Well, you know what they say: catch more flies with honey. Gotta be nice to people.
Right. I suppose. So let's say you were looking to purchase self-piloted automatons, although a little dated, they do still exist. Medicorp could provide you that kind of work. I could draw you up a contract.
Perhaps,
Or you would prefer to sample the models.
well, yes, this is what I was thinking. Perhaps a day we could come to visit or have a display of sorts. Do you do work yourself in the labs, Mr. Garrick? Or do you just sit?
Surprised you don't already know. You are ever so well informed. And he sort of sits back. Perhaps
If
we
that
could
was
arrange.
if that was
a-
Taurus laughing, I'll kick him. I'll kick him in the foot.
No, oh no! He's like trembling.
Yeah, he sort of looks at you and I could arrange a private meeting.
This might
must
be
say,
of interest to us.
Your knowledge is enlightening. Perhaps. And then he'll sort of. And then, oh, yes, well, of course. Sven, do you have any printing methods? Sven sort of. I can get them, sir. Sven heads off and comes back a few moments later with this strange sort of like
While he's
in
gone, I want to just ask.
metal
I want
bar.
to just ask. What's his name? Garrick, your assistant.
No. And puts his drink down and sort of. When Sen comes over with his thin metal device, he takes it and puts it on the table and begins to basically communicate with it, and it starts printing out the details of a private meeting. He invites you to a private inspection of his wares 3 days hence at a laboratory in Tethras, Sky District. I'm sure you will find the work there fascinating.
It is most appreciated, Mr.
You
Garrick.
didn't mention your name.
Ah, I am Morimoto. I am a humble servant of the Kinischiro clan. This is Soras, my master.
Yes, the authority is apparent.
They must get comfortable with what business is like if they are to be useful.
Mustn't they? And he looks over to Sven. Yes, sir. Exactly that. Thought well.
Cute.
By the best. Joseph Quick sort of leans across the table. I don't suppose you know, but Ben is Garrett's son.
I thought they were lovers.
I thought
One's
so
calling
too.
the other one sir?
Well, he works for him.
No, he doesn't. He's his son. He's going to inherit one.
They're very serious about their, their role
Don't
play.
kink shame. Don't kink shame. Okay.
Oh, damn! I'm in the middle of public. Just a quick looks over at you, and I must say, I, for one, am fascinated with your
Yes.
Tobacco?
No, he sort of looks over at you, and after a while, he really does leave quite a long pause. And... existence here. Right word.
Excuse me.
I can't place it. Been to many of these things. Met a few unusual people who turned up, but
I'm
You
pretty
don't look-
ordinary.
no,
Well,
you're
when-
not. You are not wholly
Well, when-
ordinary whatsoever.
When one is up for award, usually attend, no?
Right, but as a group of you all involved in
Well-
the business.
They are.
We serve Master Soras's family and are employees of the business.
Well, that's just it. None of my employees are here.
You must be
Garrett's
a
here,
very
unless you count Slim. And yet,
well.
you've
I,
raised your employees up to a level of peerage.
Well,
Yes, is that so terrible?
It's a little quaint.
Well, I hate to be the person to say it, but you've all got the same haircut. I mean, talk about quaint.
Style comes and goes. We will stick with it. We are slaves to fashion.
Yeah.
Indeed. I jest, of course. I like to keep them close at hand.
I'll sort of address that. Well, we value equality, integrity, and the Kinischiro
It shows in the
Republic.
suits.
Yes, well, they can't all be made of silk.
Well, I am certain I've got something better to do. Leave you in the enviable pleasure of Garrick and his son.
Well, we were actually.
Did you enjoy his
about
food?
to leave. It was a little bit bland, if I'm being honest.
Well,
The food back home is much.
Quick was the one that he's in hospitality. He's the caterer.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Do understand we our
Got
home is
his
full
ass.
I'll make sure this is a
Uh-huh.
targeted slice. Okay.
our home is full of spices and so
Well, it's
They
a
don't always
difference
travel.
of-
Chef in the Kinischiro
Difference of
Republic
palate.
For 5 years. I know how the food is there. I'm not surprised you didn't find the lobster as much to your taste. Indeed, we catered much to the type of people that are going to be eating here. Rich, bland, empty.
Of course.
sounds
It'd
thrilling.
It would be
We
far
did
too much
have
for
the
them to
entire
experience.
Governance of Anastasia to cater, for example.
This is
Far
true.
be it from them to expand their horizons. Sorry, you were saying?
We were just leaving.
Mr. Garrick, I thank you greatly on behalf of the Republic.
Half of the Republic. He sort of stares you down one more time. Pleasure.
As we walk away, I'm just gonna like grab Oleg's arm. They're onto us. They know something's wrong.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
Paisley, what are you up to?
Well, I'm not
Swimming?
speaking. No, in a sense, I'm just hanging out with the detective first of all. But
While
I'm really
doing so, I
looking
will say that
around.
while you're hanging with Roland, are your 4 different waiters or waitresses or glass clearers, etc., deliver him anonymous-looking notes?
Wow. Man, you're right. You are popular here. Are these all? Hey, just curious. Are they all asking for that same group of 4 by any
This one wants
chance?
me to find his wife. This one wants me to find a missing book. This one wants me to find out who killed his wife.
Wow.
And this one just says one word on it. You know anything about Cap Cube?
The hell is Cap Cube?
Hard to find. Says it in, and he'll show you it. It is just initialed like this. Fuck me, I can't type.
That's probably an acronym for something I'm not informed about.
Strange. Sorry, you were saying, what else would you be doing?
Well, I actually would like to just kind of stand and look inconspicuous somewhere and see who's chatting. Specifically, I would like to, if possible, eavesdrop on Mikayla and or David Sorbin and or Nico. I think those
So David
three guys.
Sorbin has 6 people sat at his table.
God.
And all of them seem lowers, if you like, less important people. And they all seem a bit fatuous, a bit. They're hangers on. They're not. No, they're
Yeah,
not
he's not
important.
talking about anything
Lackeys.
important with them.
Well,
he might be complaining that he didn't win.
he
That's
is
why
talking
kind
about
of-
the different people around him and bitching.
Ooh.
Bitch sesh. Yeah, in on
and
that.
I will pick up with his comments about his fellow powerful CEOs next week.
All right.
Because we have overrun, apparently. I have no idea how this session felt so short to me. I don't know. Maybe
Time's last when you're having fun.
maybe it dragged out for years for you all. But I will come
that's
to the
cool.
timeless tradition of MVPs. We had an excellent recap from Josh, so our MVP comes from Mikayla.
Yep. I think first of all, the moment that made me laugh so hard was when Oleg was getting his bag scanned of his precious cargo, which I believe all we put in there was a single bag of dust.
Choking dust. Oh, it was great.
Yeah, just the image of that was so funny to me.
Oh.
But also Brozzig's beef / rivalry with the wizard Archibald was just very funny. He's just
Archie.
like, fuck
Fucking
this
Archie.
guy. Yeah. So I really thought that was very
Rico.
I just love the amount of sass today. Just like trying to out-snark every rich asshole that we've met so far. Like on everyone's part, it's been great.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I can agree with that.
Stuff. And also big props to Josh for flipping the switch and going from like, full on method actor to like regular role going.
It's good. I enjoyed it too. Pat.
I liked our detective inspector's his list. His what is it? Asking questions, finding the truth, and shooting people. I think.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I
was
was
the
like,
order.
those first two are
He
gonna
says
say-
no. He said he finds the truth.
Finds the truth.
Finds out who does it.
Finds the truth. Finds out who does it.
Finds the person who did it and then shoots them.
Finds who did it and then shoots them. It was a good list.
Yeah.
Probably not great for a detective, but
Well, in these day and ages, that is kind of how it goes.
That guy was cool.
Find out who did it,
Dread.
locate them, kill them. Josh.
Yeah, today's session was so funny from on everyone's part. But I think my MVP goes to the actual award ceremony. It was very weirdly tense. Considering, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just an award ceremony, but considering, like, the underlying politics of it all, and, you don't know, who's telling the truth,
and you weren't sure if you were going to win. So there was that.
Yeah.
It was
tension.
just. I can't. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I think specifically the news girl
Ooh,
was
Danny.
very interesting. Yeah.
So I have some XP to give out before MVPs. This is going to be quite a long list, so I don't know if somebody wants to just write down the numbers. If nothing else, you don't necessarily need to know what they're for. You got 15 experience points, so making contact with one of the Preachers of Peace prior to
reaching the table. Obviously, you made contact with Laisha, but that was done by me. Specifically, heading over to Archibald. 15 XP. You gained 30 XP for finding out what Miko does, and for getting yourself some eye ointment. You gained 10 XP for realizing the gnomes were angry about the teleportation. Although obviously you missed out on quite a large chunk of it for working out why. But it was something. You gained 20 XP for speaking to Garrick directly about Jizoko. That was on my list of they won't do it. You got 50 XP for enlightening the enlightened. Martin Sovard telling him about focus text specifically. A dangerous and risky maneuver, but
very dangerous.
Potentially worthwhile. Paisley managed to get you your big payout. 250 XP for being present with Roland when he receives the letter that says Cap Cube.
Roland's Cap Cube letter.
Bearing in mind that you do get 300 for leaving, you're doing pretty well.
Hell yeah.
Did anybody have the total of that? Did anyone take a run?
375 I got.
Any disagreement there with 375?
375.
Okay, so go ahead and add 375 XP.
Yay!
If somebody could update the current number at the top of the group notes to what it should be.
I think we should be on 1,195.
That would make sense. Just a reminder, when you level up, if you gain any features that are not directly tied to your subclass, please let me know. If you already have a subclass, your name is Josh, and you gained a feature that isn't that is directly tied to your subclass, you may also let me know. If you do gain a feature tied to your subclass, you will have to gain your subclass first. That will take 1 to 2 weeks. However, if you do roll HP, you're more than welcome to do it now. However, we will move on to my MVPs before we do. Brozzig saying that Nayla Quinn destroys men in more ways than one when she's a cyborg was fucking brilliant. She's a robot, but I love the concept. I really enjoyed that entire moment with Nayla Quinn and Miko, and Josh just butting in constantly when clearly they had no interest in talking to was fucking hilarious. Calling Archibald Archie and driving him nuts was fucking fantastic. I loved that entire experience. I really liked the use of Pass Without Trace when you were going out with Archibald. Oh shit! Sorry, add 10 experience points for making Archie throw Zaru out. You could have had 50, but not. For playing Merens, but instead you noped hard enough that he threw Zaro into another dimension. We'll see if he comes back. It's more finding out that Archibald has a little more to him than his bluster that you got that for. But yeah, calling him Archie was great. And I love that even when Brozzig is playing Kinischiro Republican, he's still trying to get his hands on as much alcohol as possible. I don't think I've ever heard anyone call it double fisting the champagne.
Is that
not in my walls? That means
living that dwarf life.
That's dwarf culture.
And on that note, that is where we're going to end. So if you guys would like to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
We shall see you soon.